Oh, crap. We're live. Hi, I'm Jason. That's Tom. We're FFIB.
I'm Tom, and that's Jason.
Finger flicked in box. We're here to bother you with more
Flick.
knife yammer. Perhaps some recipes. Perhaps some. I have a topic. We should talk about what presents we bought for other people that are kind of cool.
I agree with that.
We can talk about that.
I mean, if you're honest with yourself, any present you buy for someone else should be kind of cool because, I hope you get people things that you like.
I usually only buy things that I want.
Exactly.
And then I force other people to have them.
And like them. And I agree.
Yeah.
You have to make other people have good things so you can, enjoy them together.
Most people have shit. I want them to have something good for a change. So I give them something awesome. And then they're like, my life's forever changed. Thank you. I go, I know. You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. It's a good feeling. Oh, I should probably pin this post. Just a second. So I turned down my volume this time. Let's see if it actually works.
We have 11 viewers already. I'm sorry in advance. You guys must be done with Mandalorians and Ted Lasso, and there's nothing else to watch. You know what I'm rewatching? I'm rewatching Damages on FX.
Oh, okay.
They did 3 seasons of that, I think.
I haven't seen it, but it sounds familiar.
It's rather good. It's a very, very good lawyer murder whodunit, chopped up timeline thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the first season, I think Glenn Close won an Emmy, and then the lead actress won, or was nominated at least. And then the next season, it was a veritable cast of thousands. They just had piles of people that wanted to be on that show. And then season 3, it was even bigger. So the cast list just got bigger and bigger each year as more and more people wanted to join the Emmy Award winning show,
Yeah, makes sense.
But it holds up well. Sometimes old TV doesn't hold up.
A lot of time. You know what show was like, this is totally unrelated. My favorite that doesn't hold up is MacGyver.
MacGyver does not hold up. That show was still made by the old vaudevillian dudes that snuck into television. It was
my favorite show as a kid. And it's weird. Like in college, I re-downloaded them all and I was super excited to watch them. And then you realize, like, wait, the opening sequence is literally just the first episode. Like it's just scenes from the first episode.
Yeah.
And the first episodes are the only good ones. And then it just goes off the rails immediately.
Yeah. And it got cliche where there's like the episode where they go back in time. And then there's the episode where maybe that was Santa. And then there's the episode with the nemesis. Like they gave him a nemesis. Like he was, Sherlock Holmes. Remember Holmes had his nemesis and Moriarty.
Okay.
He had a Moriarty. But yeah, I have a fondness for theme songs. I'm really good at memorizing TV show theme songs.
And
I can sing you like all those 80s shows and cartoons that I grew up watching. I know all those songs.
Yeah. And
I started singing the theme song to a cartoon that I liked when I was a kid called Mask. Do you remember Mask?
I remember. Might have been like too Jim Carrey Mask?
No. Okay. It was.
I don't know that one.
It was basically G.I. Joe plus Transformers. Like they had these transforming cars and vehicles. And they wore helmets that were masks, and they were MASK. It was like men against stupid, crappy guys.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, the theme song is badass. It would be a really good. It would be like a really good Journey song, or a good Bon Jovi song. That's how good this song was. And I found the music video intro, the long version. It was 3 minutes long, and I watched it the other night with Charlotte and Georgette, and G was just like, how do you know what this is? And Charlotte was like, I want to, Daddy, what is this? And I told her I had the toys in the attic.
Oh, be careful because you're gonna get requests to start playing some of these theme songs on your guitar.
Right. I want to learn them now. Airwolf does not hold up. But Brian Tidd, that is a show that I definitely watched a lot of.
The theme song from MacGyver is so good and memorable that when I was a freshman in college, I don't know why, but me and my roommate, we downloaded it, got obsessed, and we put these huge speakers in my 4th floor dorm window. And every day during classes, we would play the MacGyver theme song for absolutely no reason.
You would just play it out into the courtyard?
as loud as possible.
That's ridiculous.
So I'm celebrating because it is the 23rd of December, and tomorrow's Christmas Eve, which means I'm basically on vacation because I ain't doing nothing tomorrow for work. I'm not. So I'm gonna celebrate with a
What would you
Coca-Cola.
have to do tomorrow?
Dude, I hate my industry because they find excuses to like, well, we got to finish this before Christmas, so let's just work till late on Christmas Eve. That's kind of the attitude in construction. Sometimes, not always. But everyone on my job right now is pretty chill. So I think everyone's just like, email got really quiet today after 9 a.m.
Well, you don't want to stir it up. You want to just like let it settle so nobody contacts anybody. Exactly. Brian, Mario on guitar is incredibly hard. And if you want, I'll send you a video of a guy later playing it on classical that's just smoking good. No, I can't play that. Tom continues to defy all logic and reason by using pry bars to open sodas.
To be fair, I keep on using my sand wash one because I'm afraid to use my other ones.
So, Kale, let me put a point on that. I'm not saying that people don't work on Christmas Eve. I'm wondering why Tom, a commercial contractor who builds big crap, would have anything to do on Christmas Eve. Like, why those dudes would be on the job site is kind of weird. Don't know.
To be fair, even if my job site was working, I would probably be suspiciously absent of it. So I didn't know this until the other day, which surprises me, but Coca-Cola is the reason that Santa's red. He wasn't red in the red suit until the 30s when Coca-Cola made him red. He used to wear a blue suit. It's what
I don't know that that's true.
I don't know if it's true. That's just something I heard the other day. So I thought it was interesting, though, because, yeah, Santa is very associated with Christmas and Coca-Cola.
I can tell you that a German man wandering through a village handing out presents to children would not have worn red.
I believe that. I don't know.
Probably wore brown. It'd be brown.
I don't think there's a lot of bright colors with white trimmed coats back in the day that were clean and, actually that color.
Also, Coca-Cola wasn't always the most important thing in the world.
No.
There's probably some, like livestock liniment that was a bigger deal than Coca-Cola in the 30s. Yeah, Kale thought he had a brown suit. Brian's got some virtuoso guitar slinger friend that can play all the Mario crap with all the sound effects. That ain't easy. I'm impressed.
Kale, we believe you. It's okay.
I don't so much believe it. You might have a job. Coca-Cola marketing created the modern day imagery of Santa Claus. Well, good. If he was a sad bastard before and he was uninteresting to look at, I'm not interested either. So I'm glad they fixed it. Thank you, Coca-Cola.
What is your current Santa situation in your household?
You mean with Charlotte?
Yeah.
I think this ain't lasting much longer.
For any kids or for Charlotte?
For Charlotte. I think the way we do it is we buy her presents, mostly from us, but then she gets like one from Santa. I don't want her to think that all of her good fortune comes from Santa. We want it to come from us. So she gets one or two presents from Santa. We do the cookie the night before and the carrot stick. So one of us has to go down and take a bite out of the cookie and the carrot stick and then, write a note. But she's super smart, right? Like, what was it? I think the tooth fairy she's figuring out first. She was like, so let me get this straight. The tooth fairy wants my teeth? Yeah. Why? Well, they collect your teeth and then they leave you money. Well, where do the teeth go? And I was like, you're 6. What are you asking me this for? But she's kind of figuring it out. And with Santa, what will get her eventually is she'll be like, hold on. We need 3 hours to get to grandma's house. And you're telling me that he's going to see all the kids? And we'll be like, yeah,
You know what's funny? I always notice, like on a lot of movies, it's like when Santa comes and lands on a house. It's not like he just like jumps from roof to roof. He's like lands and he's out of there flying somewhere far away. So I mean, he's not very efficient with his time. He chooses poorly on his routes.
The other thing that will get her is that there's no chimney on the house.
Yeah, my parents told me he came in through the furnace, and I was concerned with that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So the way out of it is you say stuff like, "Well, what do you think?" And then she'll go, "I think he's real." And be like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And then she'll kind of leave it alone.
I mean that. I mean, kids are exposed to the internet so young now. That's probably like the dirty thing they do in elementary school. Like, have you Google is Santa real? Actually, I don't know. It'd be interesting to Google that.
Google if Santa's real.
Yeah.
Hard to tell. Brian's got a different alternate view. I've told my son since he was 2 that Santa isn't real. Nobody's sneaking into my house in the middle of the night and making it out without a hole in them. My son has good aim. Good.
Camden's been talking a lot, which concerns me that how much he understands that I'm saying now. Like this week, he's just like full sentences. Like he saw a video of himself of a year ago today when he was 9 months old, and he goes, "I'm a baby," and it blew my mind that he understood the concept of what a baby is, and that's what he used to be. It just was crazy. So now it's like we've been sitting around talking about Santa. Might have already blown this.
I used to go on a work trip for 3 days, and I come home, and Charlotte was like a different child. She'd be just so different. It's like she'd look taller, and she'd
Yeah.
say things differently, and it was really terrifying because it was like, what did I miss? How did this happen? Like it really happens quick.
Well,
It's
that's why I love
crazy.
being home every day. It's like, yeah, if our nanny comes and then she's gone for 5 days until the next week, and every time she's like, "Oh my god," I'm like, "He's the same," but not if you
No,
don't see him every day.
I sent you an invitation to my Charlotte gallery.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so you can see how often we post pictures of her. When she was born, it was probably like 30 a day, and now it's tapered off to, I don't know, 10 a week.
Yeah.
Some days there's 0, but some days there's 3. But for those who would care to see, I send them an invite so that they can look at the pictures.
That's cool. I told my nanny today she has to go because on iPhones it will like identify faces and then it'll just take all their pictures and put them in a folder. Which is, by the way, if you want to find where your kids' pictures are on your phone, literally there's a button that will take you to all their photos. It creepily identifies them.
That's how
Oh,
Skynet's going to round us all up.
I know. So what you can do though is you can just do that. I told her she's gonna airdrop every photo and video she's ever taken because she's taken 20 times more than I ever have or will. Like I go like 2 months and I'm like, oh, better document something. Even if he's not doing anything.
You know what? We should probably talk about knives. Kids
Yeah,
are
I got
here.
a knife. I got a knife today and I'm really excited about it.
You did? What'd you get?
I got another unsung hero. I got a Mannix lightweight in Spy 27. And it's pretty cool. This color is, I mean, you can kind of tell it's teal, but this is legit teal. This is the color I've been waiting for on a knife for a long time. This is not light blue like the native. It's not kind of teal like the Dragonfly or the Delica. This is teal. I love it. Mannix lightweight is, I don't think you can get more knife per ounce ergonomic. Like you just get so much out of this knife, and now it's really cool looking.
The Mannix lightweight is pretty legit.
Yeah.
No question. No question. It's really nice. It's a nice medium-sized knife. It has really great grip. It's not very heavy. The wire clip is awesome. That's the magic way to carry a Mannix, is that wire clip.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're cheap. That's cool too. Like if you want to collect a lot of different steels and you don't want to pay $300 a knife, Mannix lightweights are a great place to go.
I will say though, Spy 27, until this gets in bigger production numbers with, they can get more money for the steel kind of thing. This isn't exactly cheap. I mean, this is like more than an S90V. But I mean, I opened this up today and I'm looking at it on my screen and it looks good, but it's teal. It looks really cool. It's
my point is if you're collecting Mannix lightweights, none of them are over $200.
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah.
Maxmit brand new is like $200.
Yeah, but used they go like 150, 160 all the time.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
So that might be the most expensive one. And you can get all the awesome steels in a really good platform for cheap compared to the PM2s or Para 3s.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. There's several S90Vs. There's some good ones.
There's no 10V or K390 yet, but you can get 110V. You can get M4. No, can't get M4.
You can get 4V. Right.
Yeah.
No.
20CV. You can get Rex.
Yep.
So
there's a bunch more.
Yeah, there's a lot. I think there's a ZDP.
No, it's Japanese.
Okay.
But I mean,
yeah, but still.
Options. It's just a light knife. You get a lot from it. It's cool. I haven't carried one for a while. I mean, the one drawback that there's two drawbacks in the lightweight Mannix. There's no getting around it. It's a tall ass knife. It's tall. So if you have a lot of stuff in your pocket or reach your hand in and out a ton, you might get annoyed at this. To me, and this is the way I just perceive things, it makes it okay to me. I enjoy feeling a knife in my pocket. I like that feeling. It makes me feel secure. It makes me know that my knife is in my pocket and I'm not freaking out. This you will notice in your pocket. The other thing is people say it's pinned, which it is. So what?
Can you get your teal native and hold it up?
I put it away, but the teal native is not teal. It's like baby blue.
Yeah. So that one's more Tiffany blue. The one you're holding is not Tiffany blue.
Yeah, this is
Tiffany
teal.
Blue is almost green.
I mean, anyway, this is a cool knife. I love it. People always complain that they're pinned. What bugs me when people just like repeat what they've heard other people say of like why the Mannix sucks.
Yeah, that's just something that you hear and then you regurgitate and it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, like think for yourself. I have heard every single time I ever post about a Mannix lightweight that it's pinned. Okay. How many people have ever taken apart a Mannix, period? Is not a lot.
Right.
And you know what? This prevents you from doing something stupid because most people shouldn't take apart a Mannix because they crap shoots everywhere. I've never needed to take apart a Mannix lightweight. You don't need to clean them. There's nothing inside. There's nothing inside to look at. Who cares? There's a pivot screw. Loosen the pivot screw. That's it. Tighten pivot screw. Find your medium. Call it a day. If it gets muddy, hose it out.
I agree. Some things don't need to be worked on like you think they do.
Yeah.
Also, maybe don't carve deer with it. Maybe that's not what it's for. Maybe use your fillet knife for that. Maybe you use your hunting knife. Maybe you don't take it deep sea diving. Maybe it's not for that.
Yeah. I mean, it's the knife I keep in my messenger bag I take to work. It's my backup. I always have a Mannix lightweight nearby me because I know no matter what situation I'm in, it'll be plenty enough knife, more than keeping a Delica in my bag. It's like I'll have a real knife, but not a lot of weight.
Cale, it's more like taking apart a pinball machine, which you may not know about because that's technology from before you were born. But imagine, if you will, a coil spring with a ball bearing on the end, and the whole thing is under tension. And then you have the blade and you have the handle. And if you do it wrong, the bearing will shoot out and then you have to go find it.
And you have to do the blade in the right position. And on a G10 one, you have to loosen this screw, pop this piece up, pinch everything together without the ball dropping at the bottom, then squeeze this in, and then you have to do it like 6 times because when you rebuild a Mannix, some people complain about their Mannix clicking. I don't know how you stop it, but when you rebuild it, a lot of times they start clicking and you just have to keep on doing it. It's really frustrating rebuilding a Mannix. So when they're like this and they work, it's fine. What?
Oh, damn.
We got hot new technology.
I got a couple knives today, but they're not mine.
Oh, okay. Those are fun too.
So this one's for Mr. Scott Ayer, if he's watching. That's his McBee. I'm thinking about making it McMine because it's awesome. This thing is really fun.
Yeah.
Let me find my pooch.
Now that I got the pooch, I kind of want a McBee because I think the McBee's better. And now if you're gonna have one, I might as well have them both.
You can see if you're going to go ridiculous, you may as well go really small.
Yeah. It's smaller than a ladybug. Holy crap.
Oh, that's a man bug. Thank you.
Oh, okay. That's better.
Yeah, don't insult my manhood. So
Like
here we have a man
millimeter
bug.
bigger.
Here we have a McBee, but can your man bug do this?
Ooh.
So this thing is just fun. That's all there is to it. The clip works. Like look how far that clip is away from the knife.
Yeah.
That means it's going to stay on your pants, right?
Yeah.
It's a frame lock, which who doesn't love that? And then you've got XHP steel, which is easy to sharpen, but pretty darn tough and good edge retention. You've got this kind of cool, like.
How's the lock?
The finish on the blade is just like a Sliz Bowie. I refuse to say swish.
No,
I'm just saying Sliz.
I'll correct him for him if I ever meet him.
I don't want to insult his cultural heritage. I just can't say it because I'm
me neither.
I'm not of that culture.
It sounds insulting when I do it.
It does sound terrible. It sounds worse when I say it close than when I say it totally wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
The lock is great. It's I don't know, works better than most of the frame locks I've monkeyed with.
When I remember handling it, it's like really light tension, right? Which is nice for a tiny knife.
I would say it's appropriate.
That's what I mean. Like it's not.
Yeah. It's not light.
It's not like a Spidey chef or anything.
It does have almost a snaggletooth back here, so if Wes was around, he'd be mad. But
yeah.
This is a fun little knife, and I wish it wasn't so expensive, but
yeah.
I need to figure out how to steal this from Scott. Let's see what else. The other one I got, which again is not mine. This one belongs to Mr. Wayne Perry.
Oh, I was like, what? A satin black S30V.
That is the Tonto.
Nice.
And I've handled the black one and I've handled the satin. The black one doesn't look nearly as cool as the satin.
No, I'm excited for my satin. I kind of wish I almost bought two, but they sat in stock, and I think when people see how all the grinds line up and the lines, and it's cool looking. I don't care. I own enough.
It is definitely heavier. You can feel the weight in the blade from that extra steel.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing.
No, it's like a shaman blade.
Well, it's not that vulgar, but it's
no. But I mean, it's what it feels like when you flick it. It's just like there's more mass to it when you flick it. It's noticeable.
Out of the box, this thing is a gem. It falls shut. I don't need to. I have not adjusted this at all.
Oh, good.
It just works perfectly. Yeah, this thing, it looks cool. What this does is it really makes me excited about the prospect of a satin M4.
That's going to be really cool.
That's going to be a
really hard use PM2 for the first time ever.
I'm going to retract my last statement and tell you this is a turd on wheels. Don't buy the M4. You guys don't listen to me. Write it down. You don't want the M4 Jade. It's going to be awful. Just let Uncle Jason buy it.
No, it's like we talked about in the last video. There's important things happening that are flying under the radar just because they have S30V stamped on the blade. Like, it's a pretty big deal to come out with a whole new blade shape after 10 years.
I saw you mention earlier about how a backspacer for the Tanto is going to be the same as any other. I don't know that that's necessarily true because of the shape of the blade.
Yeah, I corrected that. When he shot me the screenshot of who said it, I understood why.
Yeah.
When it closes, yeah.
I happen to know about 2 more PM2s with different blade shapes than just the Tanto and the Emerson. So I think 2021, we might actually see some of those come to light, where we're going to see strange and unusual PM2s with unconventional blade shapes.
Jason, I know of one I've heard rumor of that's just straight up wacky. It's like taking 2 knives that exist currently and smashing them together almost.
It's a platypus.
Kind of is.
Do you remember the breakfast cereal from the 80s called Big Mix?
I don't remember the 80s.
No. Well, there was a cereal called Big Mix, and the mascot, you know, you had Tony the Tiger and, you know, Toucan Sam. You had to have a mascot. The mascot was a chicken, bear, moose, I think, and it had all 3 on the mascot. It was pretty awesome. But
like Man Bear Pig?
Man Bear Pig. It was basically, it was like Man Bear Pig. Yeah. And that's going to be a knife.
So are you done for the year working?
Kale, don't be so literal. I'm just making a joke. I'm telling you guys, I'm trying to psych you out so that you don't buy the Jade M4 to give myself a better chance of getting one.
You know, I just realized this is kind of sad, but this is exciting to me. Is there's now PM2, I guess there's the DLC, but I don't like the satin PM2 Jade scales from 2016. They're kind of gross looking. So now there'll be a satin PM2 with the newer Jade, which is lighter color and less like P.
Yeah, the peed on snow look was never my favorite.
No. The newer stuff is a lot less colorful and is lighter. I like it better.
Did we ever talk about this little quiet carry?
Not really. There's a lot of things we've kind of not given their fair share to. We have not talked about that much, other than we got one.
So this is kind of cool. I don't know if I love it yet. I'll be honest. It's a little fat in the pocket, but it's a nice little knife. 20 CV steel, pretty thin. It's a pretty thin steel. It's got really excellent jimping on the thumb. Have you played with it? No,
yeah, a little bit. It's been. I gotta find it now, but I enjoyed it. I liked how you could choke up on it. It wasn't hard to open or close.
I know you like a knife where you can get real close to the edge, and then you can on this one. The jimping is excellent because it doesn't look fierce, but it's very effective because the corners are very square. So it does. Sorry guys, I'm the camera's upside down, so I'm having a hard time. Steering here. So yeah, liner lock. This thing's $99 for a wire clip liner lock 20 CV knife. Pretty good deal.
Yeah, now that you mention that, I don't even. So Jason earlier today sent me a link to a new quiet carry, a Waypoint, like he has one of his favorite knives, in G10, but it was $250. I didn't even realize. I was like, wonder what a G10 quiet carry is like. Oh yeah, it's like this because I own one.
It's like that, but bigger and different blade steel.
Yeah. So now that I realize that, I really don't need one. This is plenty fine for now until I get used to it.
So what I like about this knife is I like the carry. I like the deep clip. I like the shape of it. I like the hand comfort of it. What I'm not so crazy about is just how thick it is. It's really thick.
It is. Ooh, I got some breaking news. So
yeah, our inside source, Deep Throat, has some breaking news about some Spyderco stuff.
Are you looking at your text message that you just got? That's what I'm referring to.
Yeah, I saw that.
You think we can just tell everyone here now. I'm good with it. If Jeff's good with it,
let's wait.
We don't have to. We can figure it out.
Yeah, let's not talk about it now.
Okay. Stay tuned. We may have some interesting information.
Yeah, we'll have to be careful how we talk about it.
Yes.
Sorry. We're going to give out 50 GDs here in a minute.
You guys, it'll be chill. We've got to figure out a way to do this.
Yeah. You guys have to be cool.
You got to be real cool.
We'll talk about Fight Club.
So, this will make sense later, but when we say be cool, we mean like don't say nothing.
Yeah, so Tom, here's the there's the waypoint. And there's the little feller.
Yeah.
This is like 3.3 inches. If I remember right, this is like 2.5. When I'm showing knives next to each other, I like to line up the pivots.
Yeah, it really does.
This doesn't help as much.
It's nice because really when you're looking at how big of a knife is, I hate when people list that, oh, it's 8.43 inches. And I'm like, I don't know how big that is or how it feels in my hand because, I don't know, the handle of my PM2 and my Shiro are the same size, but my Shiro is massive compared to my PM2. So when you line it up with the pivots, you can see that the blade's bigger.
These guys are angry.
Yeah, I'm playing with the wrong one. I have both of them out. My black Tonto, I really dig. My satin no, it's not even in shipping yet. So it might not have been scanned, but Blade HQ didn't get it out for a fair amount of time for sure.
That picture I posted earlier, that was the Blade HQ box.
Yeah, I figured that.
That box could have held at least a dozen knives bubble wrapped.
Yeah,
and there was one knife in it with enough bubble wrap for a dozen knives, not one knife.
That's odd for them, honestly. I mean,
it is odd because normally they give me lots and lots of packing peanuts to eat, and they give me that awful thin-walled cardboard box that they love.
What's interesting is, so when you guys apply to the group, you tell us what your guys' favorite knife shop is. Blade HQ is overwhelmingly the top, which is fine. They make awesome stuff. They support a community. But it's funny is that it's okay with everyone that Blade HQ takes longer to ship than everyone else. But if like DLT or anyone else didn't ship as quick, people would be asking and complaining about it. I mean, I don't mind it. We're just spoiled with fast shipping. We're spoiled with how quick we can get stuff. So I really don't have an issue. I kind of forget about stuff and it shows up when it shows up. But
I mean, the Kool-Aid drinkers in the Olight group, if they don't get a shipping notification the day they buy, they're writing a letter to Congress.
I already got all my Olights. They came today. I just ordered them.
So let's see them, Bubba.
My Olights? Oh, yeah. Half of the day today, I couldn't see straight because I kept on like want to see how bright it was.
Am I using this right? Oh. Yeah, I'm back. You're welcome.
I'm trying to remember which ones I got. Okay, I got these 3 I'm keeping. So
Tom puts it eloquently. Tom, what you're saying about Blade HQ?
I'm saying about Blade HQ is it's kind of nice that they're everyone's favorite shop because if that's their standard of how quick a knife can get shipped out, everyone else is just gonna be a hero because I mean DLT, I don't think I've ever not got a knife in the mail shipped tracking from DLT on exclusive when they're doing like 2,000 red PM2s. They still get it out that day. And Blade HQ is like 3-4 days later and everyone's cool with it, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I meant your tagline for Blade HQ is if you order a knife, we'll ship it this week. We'll get it out this week.
Yeah. And that's okay to run your business that way.
Same week shipping.
People have very high standards because everyone in our industry is competing to have the best customer service for the most part, except for a couple notable outliers. But First one I got. So I now own about 10 O lights, I think.
So you did not get the Bad Dragon, is that right?
No, but I am watching my email. I have a hunch they'll have a New Year's sale. They have a sale all the time, so it's not to worry about.
Are you saying they're going to have another sale?
They're gonna have another sale.
Get out.
I'm telling everybody, I don't care if you don't like flashlights that much. They are really cool, especially for the amount of money they cost compared to a knife. Sign up for Olight emails. Next time they do a sale, I am buying the biggest, stupidest, most unnecessary light they make within reason. Like
the Marauder too is $750 and it comes in a suitcase.
$300 is the level of reason. I'm gonna get the next craziest thing because it comes with like 4 more free flashlights. But first one is an S2R Baton 2, which is one of their most common ones. It's the one Jason likes. This is just a black one, but I'm still learning. I sat down today for a good 5-10 minutes, just honestly trying to like memorize how these work because all my flashlights are different. And all I do is I hit buttons and hold buttons and hit buttons until it does what I want. So I kind of figured it out.
How do you get dressed every day? It's a flashlight with one button. It's not that hard.
It does all sorts of stuff.
I know, but it's one button.
I know it's one button, but I have other flashlights and their one button works different and I get confused. I don't use them often. So today I just learned. But this is a very good flashlight. I like this a lot. I have the smaller size one. So this is the baby. And this is the full size.
Yep.
Really, I mean, this is kind of cool, but I like the big one I see to hold on to. And if I'm going to have something this girthy, I want a little length with my girth. Like this, because I can hold on to it. This is just like it's just too chunky.
That's like a pocket protector flashlight.
Yeah.
No.
So this is great. All the Olights seem to function the same. This was, I think, $53, which is cheaper than it usually is by a couple bucks. But it came with this for free. This i3T. These are just a simple AAA flashlight. But honestly, most of the time, this is all you need. You don't need to think. You just click, whatever. Battery goes dead, throw it away. Keep in your toolbox. Keep in your car.
Or replace the battery. Kale was asking for a slim one. The 3T is this guy, and the 5T is this guy. This is a AAA light. This is a AA light. The AA light has 2 levels, whereas the AAA it has 2 as well.
So the i3T is, I really dig AAA size flashlights for things I actually use because these fit like in my construction vest in a pen slot. These are cool, but the i5T is big. Like
it is big, but the throw is way better.
Yeah, but if I was going to get this big of a flashlight, I would get this big of a flashlight.
Garner says the 3T is better than the 5T.
I like the 3T. It's a good size for use.
It is.
Anyway, so this was a good deal. These two for like $50. And then we're looking online or whatever. And I went back later and I was comparing prices of stuff on Amazon with stuff on the website because I was unfamiliar with the price points for all the models. And I didn't realize during that sale, they adjusted all the prices on Amazon to match. So it was kind of confusing. But these Warriors minis, it's a little bit bigger, not much, than the Baton 2. But I don't really see where the difference are. These are like $90 normally, and I got 2 of them for $100.
I'm pretty sure the lumens are better.
They are. It does say they're better. I'm sure it runs longer, but if I was just going to go on Amazon and buy one,
pop the batteries out and see if the batteries are the same.
This one's definitely got bigger batteries, I'm pretty sure. But I mean, this one's like $40 more than this one.
Yeah. So I think the life of the battery is quite a bit better on the Warrior, and also it has higher lumen.
So the Warrior, So the Warrior runs on. I mean, these are really similar batteries because I'm going by.
What are the model numbers?
They're both eight. They're the same. One of them is they're a 18650.
So they both have an 18650 battery.
They're both 18650. One of them's got 3200 milliamp hours. One's 3500 milliamp hours, but they're the same voltage. So they're essentially the same. One lasts, well, I don't know, 10% longer because it's 300 milliamp hours longer than this. So
yeah, the extra milliamp hours means that it has more potential in it. So
yeah,
that's going to be for the higher lumen.
yeah, but like, okay, if I want to replace these, I think they're this. If you want to replace one, you could get a 5,000 milliamp battery probably for the same size. Like you can get a bigger, better capacity battery.
The problem is that the money you paid for that flashlight, about 85% of it went to the battery.
Actually, that's very true because
buying a new battery is really never a great idea.
I didn't even realize this while I was doing this, but I was gathering all my flashlights when I was relocating from my living room to here for doing stuff. And one of them I had, this through night one, I really liked, and I couldn't turn it on. I was charging it, plugging it in. I just couldn't get it to charge. I realized the battery actually died. It's one of those bigger ones. So I searched, I spent like an hour trying to find one, and then I had to find one that would ship with not making it super expensive. And I ended up paying like $23. They were on sale at Blade HQ. I looked at that the other day. A brand new flashlight is $32. So I hunted around to save this battery, and the whole flashlight was like $9 more or something stupid. But I think these OLEDs are cool. They're kind of fun. I understand why people collect them. Some of the pricing I've seen is insane, but I understand why people do it. I don't know. I do like this Warrior a lot.
It's more fun than postage stamps, I think. You're going to collect something.
I'm an idiot. Like, legit. Didn't know there's a button on the bottom.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's another big difference. The Warrior Mini has a button on the bottom. So that makes it tactical.
That makes this way better, actually. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Okay, so this is the best flashlight I own by far then.
A big drawback on many of these designs that I really hate is the fact that the button is opposite of the wire clip.
Yes.
So when you hold the flashlight, your grip is largely impacted by the clip. So the clip can slide around. It's not necessarily, a part of the flashlight. It's attached to the flashlight. So it feels weird under your fingers. That bugs the hell out of me. And I'm thinking about just popping the clip off altogether. But if you've tried taking the clip off of these things, it ain't so easy to get off. In fact, it scratches the light pretty good.
The fact that this has a button on the bottom makes me really happy because the flashlight I typically use is I have them all over the place. It's a Streamlight Nano. It looks like a pen. It's a AAA, but it takes two AAAs. It looks like a pen. And the reason I like it, I don't care how many lumens it has. It's enough for me on a job site. It's got the tail button. I mean, it's as simple as that. This feels so much more comfortable in my hand now that I can hold it like this.
So, Kale, back to the 3T, because you're the one shopping right now. This is actually kind of nice to hold because it is a rear button, and then with the clip, you're not squeezing the clip to push the button. The clip's just there. So,
and the 3Ts are like, I think you can. River's Edge, I think, has a titanium one in stock today.
Yeah, they do.
They're $30.
Yep.
And you can go on Amazon though and get the green one. They're like $19.
Or you order $200 worth of lights like Tom did, and they give you one for free.
That's how they get you.
And then you sell off the ones you don't want.
That's
how they get you. That's the pyramid part of this.
Yep, I totally understand. Like, I got an email after I bought all this crap. It said, "You have unlocked a reward," and I got so excited. I don't even know what I unlocked. Literally nothing, but my badge changed. So It was like saying, you get this. And I'm like, I already get that. I get the email. You get access to our email list that I'm already on. I'm like, okay. But I'm not.
I think once you get above bronze, you get earlier access than the bronze people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have some things, but I thought I was going to get like points where I could like redeem points, but it was just like your ranking or whatever.
You can redeem points, but it takes an awful lot of points.
Oh, okay. So
Jay Garner, what a mensch. Total hero.
Wait, what did I miss?
What else did you get? You got more flashlights, didn't you?
I mean, I got 2 Warriors. I'm giving one to my dad. And I got an i3T and an SR2. I didn't get the Marauder. Marauder's next. And the Fire is interesting. The Friar, the one that changes colors. That's interesting.
I mean, I often want to throw green light instead of white.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, I should get one for Charlotte.
Camden got my SR2 today, and I saw a very bright flash in the corner of the room and quickly ran over and grabbed it from him. He loves flashlights.
The problem with these really bright flashlights is they get very hot. And what I worry about is that she'll take it to bed with her and it'll end up under the pillow and then it'll melt something, right? I worry about that because on turbo mode, they get really stinking hot. They'll overheat.
They get bright. They get plenty bright for anything I will ever need to do. Yeah, that's flashlights. I'm gonna send one to my dad.
Good present for dad.
Great dad present. Because you know what most dads probably have? My dad got me one of these for Christmas not even that long ago. Most dads still think that mag lights are the best thing ever. And the more D cells you can have in there, the better the mag light, because you can clonk people over the head with it because it's like a nightstick.
Mag lights are total shit. They're awful lights. They don't put out any light. They don't throw the light. And even if you get the replacement bulb, the halogen replacement bulb, it's still not a lot of light. I think the regular 2D cell mag light, the standard one, I'm pretty sure if I remember right, that's like 44 lumens, which is, I mean, even the 3T that you have is 150.
Yeah. I have 2 mag lights, the full size 4D cells. My parents bought me 2 of them. At one point, they bought me the LED light bulb upgrade, which apparently I put in there. I don't know what to do with the stupid things now. I can't throw them away because it's a mag light, but literally it sucks. And they're a big piece of aluminum I have that I don't know.
I used to carry one in my car when I was a teenager in case I got into a fight. I wanted to have a weapon in the vehicle, and it was really good for that. But in terms of actually putting out light, I didn't care for it. Justin seems to like his. Now, to be fair, I haven't touched the mag light in 10 years, so maybe they're better
now. I forgot about this. This is one of the free gifts I got from Olight.
Is that the black light?
Yeah.
I love that black light. It's so fun.
I want to use it, but I want to use it off camera just in case, if you know what I mean.
Go into the bathroom and use it on the walls, and you'll be disgusted at how much organic content is all over the walls. And it's not from spooging. I mean, it's just like dead skin cells that waft out from the shower.
Yeah.
And they go on everywhere. It's really crazy. Shoot a light switch. Shoot a light switch.
I must be really clean. I don't see anything.
Wow.
I'll put off the lights. That might help better.
Yeah, that thing puts out an insane amount of light.
Yeah, is this even a AAA? Yeah, this is. Kayla, if you want like a really small flashlight, it's the i3, not the i3T. It's literally the size of a AAA battery. They make these in
I don't think they make that for regular light. I think it's just ultraviolet.
I think. Oh, no, I have one of the regular.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Yeah. It used to be my keychain flashlight.
Guys, I travel for work a lot, and when I go to hotels, I'd bring a black light with me just for fun. And if you're a germaphobe, you need to like sleep with rubber gloves on or a bodysuit or something, because there's some nasty stuff in hotel rooms.
So, Jason, it is 7:45.
Oh, bedtime for Camden.
Yeah. Kim's got to go shopping before the place is closed for dinner tomorrow. So I'm sure you can keep these people very well entertained.
Sure. How long are you going to be?
15 minutes.
All right.
Or we can bounce off. It's cool.
No, go for it.
Okay.
It's just you and me. You and we. Tom had to go put the kid down. So I don't mean down, bed, the good down. So brave man for doing that. Oh, the flash, the hotel light. Yeah. Pretty dumb, but really funny. It's amusing when you're on the road a lot, you get immune to things like, running into crazy people on the street while you're walking to dinner. It just doesn't bother you anymore. You know, you don't have, I don't know. You just get thick skin after a while. Looks like the black is the regular light. Green is the UV. All right. Let's see. What should we talk about, guys? What do you want to talk about? I wonder if there's a way I can, I'm going to throw up the invite here and see if anybody wants to come on camera. Kind of interested to know if any of you have an opinion about like knife of the year or favorite knife that you got this year, something like that. That would be interesting. Maybe we can talk about that. Okay, I just threw the address up into the comments so you guys can see that. I got to show my dad my knife sharpener today. That was fun. He was very entertained to look at it. And then at the end, he had to tell me what my grandfather spent on his first knife sharpener, as if that meant anything at all. I mean, why would I know what my grandfather paid for his first knife sharpener, or why would that have any bearing on what this one cost? It really doesn't. But that was something that my dad felt I needed to know. The answer was $10, by the way. So thanks, Dad. Glad I knew that. But my TS Prof was not $10. It was a little more than that. So that's Dad. Thanks, Dad. Justin wants to know if I can guess his knife. By the way, I put the address up in the comments. If you guys want to join, you can. All you have to do is click on the link and you can join me on camera and we can yap. Can you guess mine? Justin, I really can't. I'm going to guess it's a PM2 of some variation, but I can't remember. I can't remember which one would be. Yeah, Kale, for me, it's tough. I've had knives come and go like crazy, so I really don't know. I really don't know what my favorite would be. Knife of the year might be the Elementum. I don't know that one. My vote for knife of the year is the Quiet Carry Waypoint. That's my vote. I've had more joy from that knife than I think any other that I've carried this year. And that includes PM2s and Para 3s and all the other Spyderco musings. The Subvert is really good. It's really silly and it's super heavy. But I don't know. There's something really fun about using that knife. It's so good. When you flick it, it just goes and flies open. I didn't know until recently that it was on bearings, which makes sense because it really moves well. But it does move well. Manix 2 Rex 45. Of course. That's right. You had the lightweight with the jacked up clip, and then you switch to the G10. We went from 3 Spydercos to 20. Yeah, it really adds up after a while. It really does. Somebody posted recently about how their PM2 was having issues, and the last 2 also had an issue. And then people were replying with, well, I've had 10 and none have had that issue. And I've had 20 and none have had that issue. And I started thinking about how many PM2s have I had in my life. And I would bet that I've had over 100. I've probably had closer to 200 PM2s. Now, I don't own 200 currently, but they come and go like crazy. Like last year, I owned a ton of them. I was buying them all the time. And part of it was I don't know. I went through phases where I was speculating on are these knives going to be worth a lot of money? Should I buy a bunch of them to stockpile? But eventually I would sell my stockpile because I would want to buy something else. So things come and go a lot in my house. Yeah, Jay Garner knows. Subvert's a fun knife. It really is. I had one and I sold it and I regret it. That was a bad choice. Oh, the Elementum is a Civivi. Okay. I happen to have a Civivi here on my desk. It's the Brigand. Have you guys seen the Brigand? It's basically like the Civivi. Kind of think of it as the Civivi Malibu. This is actually not a bad little knife for the price. The flipper feels really nice. The blade is kind of a worny, sheepy thing. It's got good grip. Although the G10 is really weird. It has a very strange texture to it. It feels nothing like American G10. I don't know that it's even G10. It might be some other composite material. That being said, this is a really great knife. I'm told this is around $52 for a D2 knife. Now, I understand that I make fun of D2 a lot. I do. And I mostly make fun of people who apologize for how good D2 is and how it's good for the money. And in the case of this knife, it's hard to argue for $52 to have a knife that you can really beat on and use and not really worry about. So when you own lots of super expensive knives, having one that you don't have to think about might be refreshing. Or if you're just on a budget and you don't want to put a lot of money into a knife because there's always a possibility that you could lose it, I understand that too. And I think these are really pretty decent. They do a good job of making sure the action's good and they feel good. And the way they're getting that done is they're going extra thick on the liners. And by making the liners extra thick and beefy, it makes the knife overall really dialed in. And it makes it easier for them to assemble them and get them operating smoothly without getting too in the weeds. Like sometimes certain knives need a lot of dialing in, and that's because everything's sort of on the edge, like a race car. With those, they overbuild them. Looks like Kevin likes Civivi. Kevin knows. Honey Badger. I don't know Honey Badger. I did get to play with what was it? I don't remember. Greg Bartram has a line that he's hot on that are really well made, high quality knives. Might be Two Sons. I think it's Two Sons that are really pretty nice and good budget knives. One line I don't know very well is Kershaw. I don't know Kershaw well. I'm told their manufacturing is really well done. Their US plant is super clean and super nice, but haven't tried it. Tried to speculate on the DLT Manix. I just have two of them now. I don't think the Manix is ever really great for speculating. There's only one Manix that's worth a ton of money, and that's the 4V that sort of rose and fell. Even the laminate hasn't gone up in value. The Crewwear carbon fiber might be the best one in terms of just like look and feel and, you know, bang for the buck. That one's really good, but you can get that one for cheap. Tucson. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, those are really well made. If anybody wants to join me on camera, I posted the link above. If you go up in the comments, you'll find it. Scroll up. Tom is supposed to be joining us again shortly, but he's putting his son to bed. So life gets in the way of FFIB sometimes. I wanted to say, looks like you guys are starting to get your coins in a bigger and bigger stream. I'm really happy about it. The coins have been something that I've wanted to do for a long time. And I don't know why it was so hard. but for whatever reason, these things have been really hard to make happen. And I finally found a vendor that was really good at helping. So I was really pleased to get that project going. And then what I couldn't account on, I could not account for, was that we would get hit with, like some sort of mail apocalypse where things were taking so long to get out. So I feel terrible that you guys didn't get him so quickly. Stephen Thompson, moderator, lives 8 miles that way over there, and he didn't get his until today. So for some reason, they were mailed less than 20 miles from his house, and he didn't get them. Don't know why. Looks like there's a comment here that we can talk to. You guys should go to knifesteelnerds.com and scroll through the articles, and you'll find one on M390 and its twin steels. So 20CV and 204P are American-made steels, and M390 is made in Europe. They are chemically virtually identical. No, they are not virtually identical. They are identical. They're chemically the same. The only difference in those steels is the way that they mix the hot mixture of steel as they particleize it and they melt it. It's the only difference. There's a stirring process. So the M390 is technically a third generation steel, whereas the other two are second generation steels. So if you care deeply about how melted steel is stirred and then particleized, then M390 is superior. But honestly, manufacturers will probably tell you that they're virtually the same. So,
except for 204P shatters into glass. Remember that all 2 times.
There is a urban legend that 204P is somehow super, super delicate, but M390 isn't. And that's obviously ridiculous because it is chemically identical to the other 2 steels. Yeah. And I've never heard anybody say anything bad about 20CV ever. M390 has a reputation for being hard to sharpen, but nobody says that about 20CV. And it's really funny how each of these steels has a reputation, even though they're chemically identical.
So 204P seems to be the exotic one because you see it the least. But it's the one with the reputation of snapping. M390 has reputations of being too soft often, but that's other manufacturers.
So I think Carpenter Steel is the company that makes 204P. And based on conversations I've had with knife companies and knife makers and people who know, Carpenter seems to be the most difficult to do business with, just in terms of like getting orders in, getting stuff back, finding things are in stock. I don't know that Carpenter spends a lot of time making steels for the knife community, whereas Crucible seems to be much more invested in the community, so they do better about having usable supplies in hand.
So for people that wonder, how do you know who makes your steel? It's really simple for the most part. If something says CPM on it, that means Crucible Particle Metallurgy. So that is the majority of steels are from Crucible. Steels that are titled CTS is Cartech Steel, which is Carpenter Steel. Those are CTS. So it's like CTS 204P. Carpenter also makes Maximet, actually. And they make XHP, which is CTS XHP. Whether ones are Carpenter. They have a couple of them, but Crucible is by far the most widely utilized manufacturer of steel. And then M390 is made by Böhler in Austria.
Is it Austria or Sweden?
You can look it up. It's M390 is manufactured in the Austrian plant. Okay.
So, yeah, again, it just has to do with how they stir the metal as they particleize it. And particleize means I believe they melt it and they put it under pressure and they spray it like an aerosol. It seems to be what the drawings indicate. And by doing that, they're making the mixture less lumpy. When you think about like pancake batter, when you stir your pancake batter, if it's too lumpy, then you're making biscuits and dumplings. But in the pancake batter is nice and smooth, you get a smoother pancake. right? That's kind of what they're doing with the steel. They're stirring it better. Rex is a crucible steel.
CPM Rex 45.
Yep. So CPM, C is crucible, P is particle, M is metallurgy. So you can find like crucible, you can find 154 steel, and you can find 154 PM steel. So one is particle and the other one isn't. So you can think of one of them as being poured into a billet, and then the second one is particleized. The particleized one will have better edge retention and be tougher.
So 15 or CPM, so crucible particle metallurgy 154 is probably the most widely used knife in customs because it's easier to work with than a lot of stuff. 154 CM is a worse steel. That's what Benchmade used until 2 or 3 years ago in a lot of their models until they upgraded to S30V.
BD1 and BD1N. That's a good one. Yeah, those are both Carpenter. BD1 is a really low edge retention steel. It's a very low alloy steel. So you can think of it as being mostly iron with stainless properties added to it and just a tiny bit of carbon. So that steel is not very good for edge retention, and it's not really an excellent steel. The BD1N has nitrogen. The N means nitrogen. And the introduction of nitrogen into the steel changes the matrix of the steel, and it gives it a superior edge retention. So BD1N is like a really good VG10. BD1N is pretty close to like SPY 27, I think.
Oops,
Guys, think about Coca-Cola and Pepsi and RC Cola and Mr. Pibb and Dr. Pepper, right? When somebody puts out a product, you have to have a competing product. When Britney Spears is put out on the market, you have to have Christina Aguilera also, right? You'll never have a brand new blues trio from one record label without a blues trio from a different record label coming at the same time. That's why boy bands come in pairs. So steels are similar. If Bowler invents a new steel that has certain properties to it, then Carpenter is going to try to create one that's similar, and so is Crucible. So that happens all the time. When you think about 10V and K390, those are very, very similar steels. They have very similar properties. They are slightly different. And if you download the Steel Alloy app on your iPhone, you can actually bring up the chemical compound that makes up the steel, and you can look at the alloy and you can see how they're different. So they're similar. They're not identical, but they're
10V is Crucible, K390 is Bowler, like M390.
Right. So one's Austrian, the other one is American.
Yep. That was interesting. So the first knife that was triggered a series of purchases that have led me up to this was a BD1 Mannix. And I got it and I was playing with it for like not long, like a day, learning that lock. And I dropped it into my wood floor. And when people say steels are tough when they can deform, I didn't realize there was knives that you can literally just bend. Like I didn't break the tip on a knife. I bent the tip like 30 degrees sideways. I put it in a vise and bent it back to straight.
So if you think you can do that on Maximate, you can. The knife will shatter. You know, it can handle it. BD1 can probably handle it. So the HRC is considerably lower, and then the alloy itself is very different.
Yeah.
The one that comes to mind is vibranium. We can't get vibranium. Right, Tom?
I don't know what that is. Is that like a nerd thing I'm supposed to know about?
Vibranium is a made-up metal from the land of Wakanda in the Marvel comic series.
So, a nerd thing then.
For a long time, Kevin, Japanese knife companies weren't interested in using knife steels that weren't Japanese steels. And Japan did a better job of protecting their own industry than America did. So if you wanted to buy something made in Japan, then you had to get it made by Japanese, and it would be made from Japanese products. And that's something that they did for a long time. They don't do it as much anymore. But if you want ZDP 189, generally you're not going to find it on American made knife. It's generally going to be made in Japan. That's not always the case.
They'll export the steel. I don't think Japan will export steel.
Yeah, they will. If you call Hitachi, they'll happily sell you steel.
Okay.
You gotta pay for it, but they'll do it. I know some Russian knife makers that are using 189. So
okay,
it's out there.
Spyderco is going to stop using 189 though. They're discontinuing those.
If you're going to rank all the steels that Spyderco's ever used, BD1 isn't terrible, but among the steels that they have now, it's towards the bottom in terms of overall performance. There's a lot better steels available. It is awfully easy to sharpen, and it's a steel that I wouldn't worry about if I was like replacing a light switch on my wall and I want to screw the screws in. I wouldn't bother me to use BD1.
It's the knife. When I said I keep a lightweight Max in my bag, it's that knife because I know it's like whatever. It's fine.
It's definitely better than whatever Victorinox is using. So if you have a Swiss Army knife and you like that steel, this is way better. That steel's not good.
I like how many comments are about things that all I see is, I don't know what you're talking about.
Steven, I got to correct you here. In your picture, you have a Captain America shield. That's made of vibranium. It's not made of adamantium. Adamantium comes from the X-Men, and that's what they used on Wolverine's claws. So different. Shame on you. Unobtainium. Unobtainium is great. I have some guitars back here where the manufacturer likes to say that certain parts are made of unobtainium. Oh, you know what I have that's kind of fun?
What?
I have a set of dice. They're made of tungsten.
They're heavy?
They're very heavy. These little die are super heavy.
Yeah.
I had a gift card for eBay once and I didn't know what to do with it. So I found somebody that sold tungsten stuff and I bought some tungsten.
Don't scratch anything with those.
You don't scratch anything with them?
Yeah.
Well, the edges are rounded over, which is nice. But I don't really have to worry about them being scratched.
No, you don't have to worry about them being scratched, but like roll those on a glass coffee table or something.
Yeah. What I mostly worry about is dropping them on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So my daughter will come wandering here. Daddy, what's that? I'm like, get out.
Yeah.
Get out. What else can we talk about?
Well, apparently
I did a great job riffing while you were gone.
What's that?
I don't think I did a great job riffing while you were gone.
You always do a great job. Because remember, these started with you doing this. I didn't even know what Facebook Live was. So you did it by yourself for like a year already. You're a pro.
It's true. Oh, shucks. Yeah, I'm going to get one of those, Justin. I want one. I'm all about absurd edge retention, and I'm definitely going to be getting one of those things. They're kind of goofy looking, but I want to try it.
I sent you a text of what I was wearing. I was hoping you got the hint. I wasn't going to like straight out say it, but you know I was showing up with a kitten sweater.
I don't own a kitten sweater. I don't own a Christmas sweater. I don't own a Cosby sweater. So I can't really play along. I have a golf pullover from my old job. That's really comfy.
This is the only Christmas thing I own. I think it's hilarious because I like cats. That's it. It's fun. That's it. Camden loves putting on a Santa hat right now. It's pretty cute.
Charlotte's at this point where she's growing so fast that her clothes are always too big or too small. Never fine.
Yeah.
And tonight she's wearing a set of pajamas. They're like thermal, the long pants and the top.
Yeah.
She looks like somebody stuffed a couple Christmas hams into a We're PJs. Like the fabric's just like all stretched around. My wife and I are both like, Charlotte, you want to wear something different? That looks tight. She's like, nah, I'm fine. Jumps into bed. She looks ridiculous. Like her PJs are all stretched out. So
That's funny.
I'm hoping for Christmas, grandma's get her new PJs.
That's funny.
Facebook user likes your sweater.
Boom. Are you doing a dinner tomorrow night or anything like that?
So tomorrow we're going to my parents' house and we're going to have Christmas lasagna. Mom makes really good lasagna. I'll send you a picture and make you mad. It's my wife's favorite lasagna. And my mom is like embarrassed. She's like, "Why? Can we make something better?" And my wife and my sister are both like, "Absolutely not. We want Christmas lasagna. It's delicious." So
we're having Christmas lasagna tomorrow. I had Christmas lasagna growing up my whole life.
I love it.
So I'm familiar with it. It's a great comfort food. Lasagna leftovers are better than lasagna fresh.
Yes. Who doesn't like lasagna leftovers? Like
amazing.
Screw your dried out ham with a slice of pineapple on it. Nobody wants that anymore. This isn't 1955.
The worst part about it,
I want lasagna. It's basically like it's pan pizza.
Yeah, and it's like you get a ham. I can't get a ham because I feel so guilty. It's like, oh, here is a pig's leg, and I'm like, okay, I want like kind of like a slice. No, you get a pig's leg. What do I do with the rest? You throw it in the garbage can. Oh, okay, sounds good. Oh, it's dry and I don't like it. I'll just throw it away. Yeah, dude. Chili is probably one of my favorite foods. Top 5. Easy. Chili is awesome. It just keeps on getting better the longer it sits. And I didn't know that this was not a national thing, but if anyone has a Safeway near their house, I don't know if it's all the same nationally, but Safeway Angus beef chili in the deli section comes in like a tub for like $5. 2 big bowls is the best chili I've ever eaten. I go there and I buy like 4 tubs of it. It's amazing. Yeah, Christmas lasagna is awesome. And then you do anything on Christmas Day, or are you guys just chilling at home?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, after dinner we're gonna open presents and have a nice time, and then we'll come home. Christmas Day we're gonna go to my in-laws. We'll see them. Oh well, in theory we're gonna do that. My brother-in-law had to go to the hospital tonight, and a little worried about the guy. I don't know what happened. It's not COVID related, which I need to get back to. It's not COVID related, but he fell down and he was found passed out in his office. So I hope he was just dehydrated. I don't know a lot of 43-year-old grown men that get dehydrated and fall down in their office. So I don't know. But he's in the hospital now. He's waiting to see somebody and worried about him. But anyway, assuming he's fine and he gets out, then we'll go up there and stay at and visit my sister-in-law's house where she generally hosts. If that don't happen, we'll probably end up at my in-laws and we'll do it there. But we'll stay the night with them, I think. I don't know. It's all up in the air at this point.
Yeah. I don't know what we're doing Christmas Day. Just me and Kim on our phones filming a 1-year-old open stuff. Play with the boxes. But I'm excited for dinner. No, we're having Swedish meatballs for Christmas dinner.
Swedish meatballs are pretty tasty.
Yeah. My wife is, it's like my favorite dish of my mom's. So Kim's trying to make it. And so she wants it to just be us. She doesn't want to make it for multiple people in case it's not quite what we were expecting. So, Facebook user, why can't you get a basic VG10 DLC Delica with a planage? There actually is no such thing as a DLC anything from Japan. That's not DLC. It's tie-dye coating. So there is no DLC.
I think you know what he meant.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So the material they use though there is not as durable as DLC. It does scratch. So I think that's probably part of it. Do they make a DLC anything that has serrated edge? Delica? The only one I can think of is the Crewware. Crewware's tie-night coated. That Dragonfly that Nut and Fancy did is tie-night coated. St. Nick's 4V is tie-night coated.
He wants to know if he can get VG10 coated with a plain edge, not serrated.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think there is any. I'm trying to think of the options that are out there.
Apparently not.
Yeah. So I don't think
I don't think they're going to be using VG10 much longer.
No.
To be honest with you. That steel is becoming obsolete. It doesn't have any particular advantage other than it's a known commodity and everyone knows how to work it.
So my test, which is unintentional test, but it's a soft steel will scratch when you use a rust eraser on it. VG10 scratches like crazy. 52100 scratches a little bit, but VG10 it's a soft steel. It gets really scratched up. I mean, that's probably why they don't do that. If it's a user steel, I don't think it would last looking great.
I got some breaking news that I'm going to put in on the screen. We have permission to share it. So,
but you guys got to be chill. I am eager with anticipation to see what this is, because I actually don't know the full scoop yet. I mean, Jay Guy's kids' bikes, that's like the present that they will remember for their whole life.
Yeah, man, you got to have a bike. You got to have a sweet bike.
I mean, that is like the ultimate present as a kid. Screw video games. Bikes are where it's at. That's how you make memories.
All right, Tom, you ready?
Yep.
All right. So everybody, there is a price increase coming. I called it on Sunday, and then I called Tom afterwards, and I said, I probably shouldn't have said that out loud, but we now know that there's a price increase coming. There's going to be a discount available to club members only. So you got to be in the club, and you got to be cool. So don't go telling like Reddit. Those guys can, whatever. Cutleryshop.com is going to have a discount. So the coupon code is Club10, CLUB 10. Minimum $100 purchase. It's going to get you 10% off.
Which is a pretty big deal. And when you consider a price increase is coming, it's really like a 20% discount if you were to buy it next week.
That's right. That's right, Tom. If you act now. So if I know Jeff, it probably doesn't just work on Spyderco. So if there's stuff you want, now's the time, man. Go rack up, right? So you've been running around getting stuff for everybody. You've been getting stuff for the lady, for the girlfriends, for everybody. And now it's your turn to get something for you. Get yourself a new knife.
So keep it chill. And Jeff likes to hook the club up with stuff. I don't know that he has any flight tags right now, but it doesn't hurt to ask. He might be out of them, though. I'm not sure.
Oh, look who's here.
Oh!
Jeff, do you sell ShamWows? I want a ShamWow. I don't have one. Thank you, Jeff. This is really awesome.
Very awesome. So that's not something you'll ever see often. So take advantage while you can.
Kale. Good thing I just joined again. Yeah, I suppose if we want maximum exposure, burying this an hour 24 into a live stream is not ideal. However, I'm not interested in letting Reddit know. I just want you guys to know, because Reddit's weird. Those guys are weirdos.
So There is some cool stuff right now.
The code is active now, Kale.
You know what's pretty cool is stuff that like Maximate stuff becomes reasonable. Sage lightweights become really reasonable.
Oh, this is not retroactive. So if you bought something a week ago, thank you. However, it doesn't work backwards. In the comments of the order, there's gonna be a comment section where you can like leave, like you can say something like, "I love you, Jeff." In this case, you're gonna want to put club tag. And guess what? You'll get you a comment, get you a club tag.
The current one, I believe, is the red and or the orange and black one. And it is.
I'll be right back.
It's my favorite. So you guys got to get yourself a tag. I mean, you guys realize how cool it is that Jeff puts these out. It's pretty neat. So, I haven't been to Jeff's site. I don't know what's in right now from Tai Chung. I think a shipment of stuff just came in. So if you want to hit this up, I would go look at see if he happens to have any more fluted carbon fiber natives. They've been selling out really quick though, so I don't know if they're in stock.
Too much head.
Yeah, I don't like being solo on the screen because it's just too much of me.
Oh, backwards. That's the club tag.
Dope.
Millie PM2 Para 3 Club. It's a flight tag. Attach it to your nuclear tactical nukes. Oh, and Tom, do you have one of these?
Oh, I should totally do that. I have them rubber banded up in bundles right now.
This is more fun. So what I do is I hang this from my backpack.
That's funny.
Yeah. So here I got the regular ones. Got some black ones.
Yeah.
Those are regular ones. These are cool because they say Spyderco.
Mm-hmm.
These are verboten now. And then I got some greenies from the Hunters.
Yeah.
Some blues from the Broncos. How about that? Kale.
This is an important one right here. If you are interested in the Maximate knife, do it now.
Yeah, now's a good time because they're going up
right now.
He doesn't mean they're being added. He means their price is going up. Jeff, you're right. I should.
I'm totally gonna do that. I am gonna do that.
Yeah. I might have to get a second tree just to tag it.
I can hang my O lights from it, get some brightness going.
Hey, Toby, you could save a lot of money on a Native 5 fluted carbon fiber.
Like, almost make them reasonable.
It certainly helps.
Definitely helps a lot.
Jake Garner. I thought it'd be cool for having them all, and he pulls out 30. It's not quite 30. I think I have like 2 of each, which looks like a lot because it's there's been many.
Hey, you know what though? Let's not be. No, you know what? Someone want to convince me to send him a flight tag that doesn't have one, because I got extra. We can't just show off we have all these flight tags and tease people with them.
It's kind of gross, isn't it?
Yeah. So, first person that says something in the comments that makes me out loud laugh, I'm going to send some stickers and a flight tag to.
Get rid of the code before others can see.
Yeah, you guys better. This is the advantage of watching this. You guys know about this code first. Stuff will sell out on that site. So
maybe I should get a subvert. I can't believe I sold my subvert.
I bought mine a year ago because the price increase was coming. Is why I bought mine.
I sold mine to one of the other guys here. He's probably watching right now, laughing his ass off.
Okay, we gotta check this out. I mean, I have to see what Jeff has in stock now. Does he have a subvert right now? Because that's makes it. Come on.
Hey Kev, bring it up on the screen. We can shop together. Hey Kev,
Okay.
order a knife, get 10% off, get a flight tag.
Oh man. Let's see if we can sell out this update.
Ow. Guess what I just dropped my phone on?
Tungsten dice.
Go over there.
Oh, add to cart.
Well,
So-
hell, you save $33 on that.
Yes. I can justify that knife under $300. So that's a great choice. And that I'm sure is probably going up another. Last year it went up $30. It went up 10%. So that's pretty dope. Let's see what else is cool. Let's see what this is. If you want Maximate, you should probably buy Maximate now. Ooh, a Maximate Sage. That's a pretty awesome option.
Yeah, it is.
That'd be 180. These guys, I think. I mean, this is the time to buy this kind of stuff because you can get you could get a Maximate pair or two for under 200. You will never have the opportunity again after the beginning of the year.
Stuff goes up because of inflation, Jay. Inflation happens when we print money that we don't have. Also, cost of doing business goes up, so they have to raise prices.
Okay.
Which gives us all raises, which makes stuff go up in price.
So we do have info that the subvert might not be going up, but it's still now is the time to buy it.
All right, Justin. Thanks for joining. Don't cut yourself. Have fun. Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching.
So that's pretty awesome, guys.
Oh, were you making a joke? I get it now. Yeah, people ask that question often, don't they? Spy 27 Mannix is in stock in the magic aquamarine teal color.
Ooh, yeah. You can go get a Spy 27 Mannix. Or
I think you should get a Spy 27 Para 3 lightweight.
Yeah, you should get that too. Spy 27 is a good time to get it because Spy 27 it's really cool, but it's like $10 too expensive, really, for the steel you're getting. But it's got the cool factor because it's their own proprietary steel. See what they got in Spy 27.
So, Tom, which coin do you carry?
Coin do I carry?
Yeah, which coin?
Am I supposed to carry coins?
You don't put it in your pocket and carry it with you?
Dude, I don't even like having my wallet in my pockets. I like my coin that I have that I keep on my desk and play with. I took out to my living room, but I really like my number. It's special to me. It means a lot. It's important.
The number 2?
It's something like that, yeah.
Yeah. In case you guys didn't know, I have the number 1 coin, and Tom is the number 2 coin.
That one's special too. I was referring to a different one.
Yeah. Kev's buying a sword. I like it.
Oh, you know what I'm interested in? Remember that number? What was that ZT, that really slim one?
Oh, yeah. Bring that up. 707.
Interesting.
Toby, I appreciate the offer. Thank you. And if I was going to buy a subvert, I'd buy yours, but I really shouldn't buy a subvert. How do I say this? I have massively overspent on knives in the last 60 days, and I can't keep it up. I got to stop. So, thank you.
So that I don't like ZTs. I handled that ZT and I more than liked it. It's a really good knife.
That knife's amazing.
It's a really good knife.
It's
Not just
amazing.
'cause it's lightweight and humongously long. It's a good knife. And it's got the problem solved, which I have with ZTs. It's the way you naturally, some knives are like this, especially smaller frame locks. When you grip them, your fingers just press on that lock bar. And that's my problem with most ZTs is I can't flick them because it's too much pressure. This one doesn't have that issue. Jake explained it's because it's got detents on both sides and it keeps it from locking up.
I really like that feature. A double detent is a great solution for that. Yes, only look, there's buying $200 knives whenever there's a drop, and then there's buying Holtz, and then there's buying, crap you don't need, and having way too many knives laying around. And you're like, what am I doing with my life? I got to stop.
Yeah. Anything else that's? Oh yeah, I need to see if they have this. This thing has been selling out. Ooh, they must have came back in stock. So, I mean, I'm the first to admit that this knife is rather expensive. I do love it because it's the best, but you pay for it. It's probably a good time to get it now if you want one.
That's a really excellent knife.
It is.
Tom, look up a pink Delica. Dan's saying it's in stock. Dan, you're not allowed to buy any more pink Delicas, or really Delicas in general. You have so many Delicas.
I'm confused. Oh my goodness! I didn't even know this was a thing.
It's in stock, evidently.
An S30V pink Delica. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, it's S30V. Interesting. All right, Dan, I take it back. Go for it.
Isn't it funny though? That really proves that how we care about steel is not necessarily about the truth about it, but it's more about is it the upgrade over the base? Because we think that's cool because S30V, but we'd bash on it if it was a PM2 and S30V. Because it's an upgrade. It's like, oh yeah, it's the good version. Nothing's wrong with S30V. That's kind of what I'm saying.
It's a great steel.
Oh, yes. That is the go-to. That's such a good deal if they're still in stock.
That, you know what, you're right. That is a good deal. That's a lot of knife for the money because those.
Let's see, this got to be sold out. Oh man.
So that you're going to save $13.50 on that one. Pretty good. Teal Endura has S30V as well.
Yes, but not the Delica. I think the Delica is VG10.
Does he have Caparas?
What's that?
Capara. In stock. There you go, fellas. $180 Capara.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't. I was in disbelief at all the ones that were still in stock.
I'm so in love with all the regrind, cut up.
I like it, dude. I like it. I like the pointy look. It really changes the entire vibe of the knife.
The tip of that knife is dopey, and then you see people like take off the hump on the nose.
Yeah,
and it's just like, wow, it looks really cool.
Oh, I just realized that's the new pink. I didn't know it was out. Okay, the pink's a new one. It's not the old breast cancer one. This is the one that just came out in the reveal. Okay. So there is a black version of it too. So there's another option for a black blade Delica.
So if somebody wanted a black VG10 plain edge, here we have a black S30V plain edge. How about a Shemp Tough?
I just don't get those. I mean, I don't get the Ed Shemp design some of the time, but that one is got a following, which I can't figure out.
I think you just have to handle it to understand.
Yeah, but Dan got one, and it definitely didn't make me want it more.
No, I'm saying you have to hold it and play with it
Yeah, no, I get that.
to get it.
Anyway,
Jeff saying the black pink Delica is not there yet.
okay. How can I do? Let's see how this works. Oh, those are gone. Oh, you know what? Jeff has a really excellent Delica though, and he's got a glow in the dark dragonfly right now. So this is Hap 40. This is a cool knife. This is an awesome dragonfly. I'm gonna grab one next time I order some stuff.
Can you check the Canis, see if it's in stock? I have a request about that one.
Is that how you spell it, or is it a K?
Canis.
CAN. Nope.
By the way, Nick Shabazz, I have a quote for you that he said about that knife. This is a knife you could absolutely spend some time with at your local Vaseline factory, and it's not going anywhere. I wrote it down. I watched the video, and he said that, and I was like, that is hilarious. And I wrote it down on a Post-it note. There it is. And I was going to say it during the video, and I forgot. But I keep it here on my monitor, and when I need a laugh, I just say it in his voice, and it kills me.
Smock is gone. I think a lot of the Tai Chung stuff has been coming and going and quickly. So
I wish I loved that knife, but I just don't.
I mean, I think it's the same thing. You got to handle it to see if you like it. Some people love playing with, just straight up will admit, like, this is the ultimate fidget toy. To me, I can't. It doesn't feel right in my hand. It's fun to fidget with, but not more than a PM2, I guess.
People say form over function a lot. It's a cliche. This is a function over form, I think.
Yeah.
This is a knife it does what it was intended to do, and it does it well. But it's not an elegant looking knife to me. I don't know.
I think we're going to see a lot more of them, though. I mean, so far they've done, the original one. Then there's been the Knife Joy Smooth, and then there's been the DLT Red.
Looks like Dan's going to save $200 tonight on his shopping cart.
Why is that?
Dan, you're getting a free knife. Think of it that way. Kale. Nice job, Kale. You're supporting local business.
Yep.
Toby, think of the savings. Do it for the savings, Dan.
I mean, to me, the S90V Native is a killer. Subvert, it makes a great excuse to buy a Subvert. So if you are one of those guys who has to justify stuff, actually, this is really cool. If you're kind of person who has to justify stuff, you can literally say, honey, it was on sale.
I did that tonight with booze. I bought some booze, and
I didn't know booze goes on sale. I'm trying to think whether things are really. Oh, you know what is really awesome right now? Anything in K390, which is everything now.
Maybe a Cut Club box.
That sounds like possibly the best thing.
Kale's got a brain on him. That kid, I'm telling you, his parents did right.
I would get this Andella and this Dragonfly personally, but I already got them.
Oh, Andella is a good idea. K390 Andella is a really good idea.
That's a dope knife. It's a really good knife.
I should give mine to my brother-in-law and get that.
You get a K390 one?
Yeah.
Oh, what were we saying? Oh, yeah. This is the right thing because it's already a good price to start with. So this, man, someone's got a lot of PM2s.
Yep.
I love seeing my stupid pictures on website. It's so fun.
You know you made it when.
I know. And Jeff's kind enough to use my photos. That's awesome.
My favorite flex was when I had the Rec PM2 early and I put it in my picture and then no one figured out that's what it was. That made me endlessly happy.
That was pretty funny.
Yep.
Uh-oh. So don't tell anybody because we're gonna put Jeff out of work. That's just the regular PM2s. That's missing a couple of them, like maybe 2 or 3 regulars, and then all my customs are in the other Cut Club box. Anyway,
what's he have for Victorinox? Anything cool?
ooh, Jeff's a big Victorinox guy, right?
He has a ton.
He always has, or I don't know if he has any now, but I know he had some exclusives inbound at some point.
As far as I know, they're not there yet.
No, these are all.
I really like the Cadet a lot. The Cadet's a great knife. The Farmer is probably my favorite because it has the wood saw on it. I like the saw.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I want a Farmer with scissors.
Yeah,
then I'd be a happy man.
Say. That's the best thing you can get on a Swiss Army knife is scissors, because these knives aren't great, but scissors on most occasions you're going to use like that. That's pretty cool.
That olive green Cadet is really good looking.
Right here, yeah.
Kale, check the Gail Bradley says they're out.
Yeah, those came back, and I think they went quickly.
The Farmer is also big enough that it has really good grip. So if you really want to do some cutting tasks, this is pretty good. Although I do wish there was a way to like decrease the spring tension, because man, oh man, the blade, I don't mind it's stiff, but the accessories are really hard to get out. But that's a pretty good size blade.
Yeah.
And then the saw, let me show you the saw. These saws are really effective. They have the alternating teeth. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The saws are really mean. If you're out on a hike and you want to take down a branch, you can take down a branch that's, 2-3 inches in diameter. It'll just chop it up. Oh, Poochie.
Okay. Here's your time to make an excuse to buy this.
There you go, kids. Poochie.
Man, it's just crazy looking at all this stuff. Like, you forget how, like, Rock Jumper. I forget that was even a knife that existed. It looks kind of cool, actually. If you want a Warncliffe knife, it looks dope. But when people say like they need to concentrate more on making new models, that's bull. Because I'm forgetting half the stuff just scrolling through here, going, "Oh yeah, like this, like a spy opera." I think from what I've heard, people really like those. I mean, it's got the ultimate snaggletooth, but just so many things they make. It's crazy.
Back to the Farmer for a minute. Somebody told me that they liked my review. The can opener is a phenomenally good box opener. If you want to open a box, you don't want to murder what's inside.
Oh yeah,
these can openers are sharp. They work really good for that. You can just slice open whatever it is. Works on banding too.
So this is pretty cool. The S30V teal. Endura is
a great color. I love that color.
The Endura is a cool knife, but it's just so long that I never find myself able to use it.
Yeah, Endura is big. It's a big knife.
It's a big knife. Ooh, this is a fun knife.
Yeah, it is. Wes Newman really just put up a review of that one.
Oh yeah, Wes did put up a review of that. I haven't watched it yet. It's kind of fun. I don't spend a lot of time going through Oh,
Does he have any copas? This is the best copa, the Copa 17. The reason it's the best is because it doesn't have a clip.
I got excited for a second when I saw that. Siren, I hear, is really good. Rich Cox likes his.
Yeah, the siren looks really purpose built. Looks really good. Kale's leaving. Bye, Kale.
Bye, Kale. Sorry, we're just shopping. I'm too interested. And there's so many things. You could just keep on going through here.
There's so many good knives.
Yeah.
The black DLC Para 3 lightweight looks great.
It really does. I don't carry DLC knives, but you can't deny they look pretty cool.
This thing looks cool.
Yeah,
It's all
it does.
black. Murdered out.
Even the black wire clip looks cool.
Yeah, it does.
Well, this is just fun. You guys tuned into the right show.
Shopping with someone else's money is right there with. Actually, in some ways, it's better than shopping with your money.
Oh, I totally didn't even look up this. This is the one that I got to make sure is there. Okay, Sage 5 lightweight is in stock. You could get it for $110. That's insane. That's as much as a Para 3 lightweight.
Yeah.
Kai Chung made knife.
Yep.
Oh, I bought something today. So I sold knives because I wanted to like free myself of stuff. It's all back. It's just different stuff now.
Yeah.
So I get it. I get your enjoyment of buying and selling stuff. But today I bought, this was total random email. And they're still in stock. I hear these are pretty good. These giant mouse Ace Biblios, I've heard a lot of positive things. I just got the Ace Grand, and it's a ton of knife for the money. So I love Jade and DLC look. So this is awesome.
I can't believe that's still in stock. They must have bought a ton of them.
I think it's because they haven't. I mean, Urban EDC has like 150,000 Instagram followers, and they've posted it. I don't know. So
that's really good looking.
Get one of those because if you hate it, you can resell it with no problem.
Well, maybe not.
Maybe not, but I just think people don't know about it because
that looks really good. I like the black liners. I like the way that the grain of the G10 shows on the 3D carve.
Yeah.
Man, that's good looking.
It's only $185. Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. This thing does not feel like, I don't know what to kind of compare this to. It's like a really nice knife, but it has micarta scales. You know what I mean?
I think it punches above its weight. That knife at 185 seems way undervalued. That should be a $300 knife. So
the thing I am very, this ruins so many knives for me. This is the reason I haven't bought a Waypoint is I really dislike, thank you, sir. That's great to know. I really dislike thumb studs, but I also dislike a lot of like holes for finger opening. This one actually feels pretty good, but it's amazing for finger flicking. It's better than a Spidey hole for finger flicking.
So what you're saying is you like a Spidey hole or you want a flipper tab, but generally you don't like things that pretend to be Spidey holes that are not any good.
Yes, because some of them have weird shapes. This one's shape works really well.
Have you ever been able to flick your Arius? I can't flick it.
Dude, I don't understand how people buy flipper free Ariuses. Yeah, they look really sleek and cool, but it makes my hand hurt looking at that.
That's a knife where the hole in the blade is a waste of time. They should have just made it stealthier and taken out the hole. They didn't need the hole.
No, actually, regrind.
That would look pretty sick.
You could literally take the top off of that thing.
So think about this knife. Look how it looks like it had the top taken off of it.
Yeah, it looks the same as that.
I wonder if maybe that's what happened. I wonder if they just went, no, here, cut it here. Whatever's left, put a hole in it. And they're like, all right, well, and this actually works really good because the angle that your thumb, I can't do this, the angle of your thumb actually works really good for that. And then the large part of the hole is where your thumb is going to rotate it out.
Yeah. Some of them, some hold knives that I've handled, it just feels like you want to have a spidey hole, but you can't. So you put a thing there that you can kind of shove your finger in and open.
My only regret on this knife is just how heavy it is. It's a bit of a tank.
I know this is how I justify everything. It makes sense in this knife the same way to me, like a shaman. This feels like the weight of a shaman. This is probably about 5 ounces.
You know what? I take it back because now I'm holding an Aramis PM2.
Yeah,
it's almost the same. It's close.
Boom! Facebook user is a winner. I like this knife. Haven't carried it, but it really does check so many boxes. There's nothing wrong with it except for this minor scoop out issue, which I can fix, and you already did simply. And it's micarta, so it's even easier to fix than G10.
Yeah, better access to the lock is my only beef.
Yeah,
and that's pretty small. So yeah, LMAX steel, pretty great.
pretty awesome.
I didn't do the Riv, Daniel. The Biblio is nice, but it's not my favorite for a 3-incher. When I'm going to a knife that small, it's not quite what I want in my hand. And what I was worried about on the Riv is that it's even smaller. And I'm like, it's going the wrong direction. Like if they made a knife bigger than the Grand, I'd probably be all over it.
Yeah, actually. For some reason, I thought the Grand, I don't know if it's I think it's the blade shape. I thought it looks like a big knife to me, but in the same way, like a Koenig looks like a big knife, but it's really not. I mean, it fits my hand. That's it. But it seems bigger than that.
It's funny how there are certain knives that it's almost impossible to know what size they are by the pictures. And the Koenig is a great example. Those knives look like they're massive. And then you lay it next to your PM2 and you go, it's not any bigger?
No.
It looks huge, and it's not.
It's like the Manix. The Manix is tall and it looks big, but it's a smaller knife than the PM2 lengthwise. But it looks like a massive knife because it's tall. It just fits your hand.
Using my address added sales tax and I can't remove. Best to cancel and reorder to save your money. Thoughts?
I don't know what that means.
I'm not sure, Jeff. I don't know what that means. Maybe you're talking to somebody else and not me.
It might be a specific person.
That Biblio CF looks really cool.
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It would definitely cut the CF native in half, and it would beat it up and take its lunch money. That's what it would do.
I mean, I could see it. Who makes these again? Did we figure this out? I forget. So this is a Chinese made one, right?
No, it's not Chinese.
This is Italian made?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Fox Knives, we think, right? Which owns all the Lion Steel is owned by Fox Knives as well.
We need to get Gilman camera ready so he can show us his Biblio collection. I'd like to look at him.
We actually, if you want to show us some knives, Seth, we can add you on here.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, those are Italian made. I opened mine and it says inside.
I have a couple Italian knives, I guess. They make some pretty random knives there. It's like the Urban is a Maniago knife randomly, but like the UK pen knife is American made. Okay.
Gross. Dan just sent a picture of his finger that he messed up. It's pretty nasty. By the way, Merry Christmas to our friends in Australia. They're actually in the middle of their Christmas at the moment. We're getting ready for our Christmas Eve, but they're already celebrating. So I hope you guys have a great Christmas. I hope it's uneventful and the news stays quiet and everyone has a peaceful holiday.
Okay, there's the link.
Yeah, the Biblio is very, very good. My personal qualms with it are just mine, and I recognize that it's a really awesome knife. So, cleaver blades, I think they're kind of neat looking, but I don't know that I'd carry it. I have a rule about if I can't take it out in front of my grandmother, I don't want to own it. So with a cleaver blade, I think it looks kind of intimidating. It's a little too gathering of the juggalo. That's just me.
The juggalo symbol, the guy's holding a cleaver. So I think you nailed that.
I'm not judging, by the way, the juggalos. I don't want their ire.
The wrath of the juggalo. Is Fago a thing in Indiana?
It's hard to get. It's not everywhere.
Why is that a thing? Do you have any idea about that? But Fago's a juggalo thing, and it's nowhere here. I just didn't know where it was.
Well, ICP kids are going to want soda, right?
Yeah.
But they don't want to buy a name brand, so they're going to go with something that's not name brand. And also, when you were growing up, like you knew you were a rich kid if you always had Coke in the house, but you knew that you were not a rich kid if you had off-brand stuff around. Now, when I was a kid, there was actually a generic aisle at the store that sold generic branded stuff, and it came in a white box with black lettering, and it would say cheese, and it would say noodles, right? And that's how spaghetti sauce, and it was just a white box. So
yeah,
your mom buys generic was like the worst thing you could say to somebody. And Fago Cola would definitely have been the cheaper version. So I think in the spirit of being outsiders, they're not going to drink Pepsi, right? They're not going to be Mountain Dew kids. They're Fago kids.
So if Toby did get the Space Force KVR, it's pretty cool. I don't know when, where you're going to use it, but it's pretty cool.
I don't know. I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around the Space Force thing. I acknowledge that it's important and that we need some sort of strategic defense that's not involving the Air Force. So I get it. But I kind of wonder if maybe like what the military felt like when the Air Force was formed. They're like, is that a thing? We really need Air Force. Now
why? Oh.
But what really makes me laugh is the thought of having a K-bar on your belt in space. Like imagine a Space Force cadet dangling off of a satellite, and it
costs like $10,000 per ounce to send something to space.
Right. And there's a bad guy that's planted I don't know, a magnetic pulse bomb on a satellite, and it's getting ready to go over Washington. It's going to blow up. It's going to put out all the power on the eastern seaboard. And that space cadet has to reach for his Space Force K-bar and like slam it through the clock. That's what I think about when I think of those knives. I'm like, when will that happen? I want to be there.
Oh, I get it. I want one because it's ridiculous. No, totally on same page. Oh, you know what K-bar is really cool? Have you guys seen that one that looks like a wrench?
Yeah, it's stupid expensive.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Look at this thing. I've had this a long time. Look how the handle's all shiny.
Yeah.
But I put this on my TS Prof. I put a really nice edge on it. Nice. What's really weird is I don't know what this coating is made of. It might be chocolate. You know that chocolate shell that you'd put on your ice cream cone, magic shell? Yes. Put it on your ice cream cone and it like hardens. I think that's what the coating is. because when I was sharpening the knife, it was like falling off in chunks.
It's lead paint.
Yeah, it tasted sweet. But yeah, this 1095 steel is interesting to sharpen because I don't know. I tried not to go too steep or too I tried not to go too low on the angle, knowing that it's a 1095, but
Yeah.
man, this thing is just mean. I left it toothy also. So I'm gonna go demolish something with it. Apollo program carried case fixed blades.
You know, there is reasons like to use a knife in space. I'm sure I don't have a ton of experience in space knife use, but
When you get to the moon, you got to cut a piece of cheese and spread it on your cracker, like on Wallace and Gromit.
Well, what if you like got tangled up with something? I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know. What if an alien came? Just in
Yeah.
case. People talk about carrying knives for hypothetical assaults that are going to happen all the time. What if?
Toby, is the blade LC200N or is it Vanix? You're going to want LC200N, right? Because that's space ball bearing steel.
You know what?
Can you imagine how much LC200N it would take to make a K-bar?
So I don't know if you could do that. You can't have two dissimilar metals touching each other in space, right? Because it cold fuses. Or is
No.
that two same metals?
If you have two identical metals,
okay,
with nothing on them, and no oil, and no fingerprints, and no dust, then they will cold fuse. Yeah.
So a Spidey chef would all fuse together, though. It's got titanium screws and standoffs and scales, and I don't know how it works. I don't know.
Oh, I thought you froze for a minute. Did you just hold that for like a 3 Mississippi, or did you freeze?
No, I'm chilling. I'm just chilling.
Chilling. Well, Thomas More, we've yammered for 2 hours and 6 minutes.
Yeah.
I think we've done our duty tonight.
Probably.
I'm going to get off and get back to what do I need to do? I have some presents to wrap. I got to do that. And I don't know, clean up the house a little bit. It's kind of messy around here.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, Toby, we got to do everything we can,
Yeah,
right?
dude.
So M390 is where we got to start. That's where we start the conversation. But LC200N and Vanix will be right. Oh, Seth, I'm sorry.
Dude, we made it 2 hours and 7 minutes without saying the V word, and you had to drop it.
I'm sorry, I did. Seth, we'll stick around. You're gathering knives. I'm sorry. Carry on.
Oh, this is, if you leave, Jason, I can continue on because it's 9 o'clock.
If I told you how much I'm enjoying my watch,
No, I don't know which one you're talking about, though.
the Isobrite.
Oh, the Isobrite, yeah.
It's so good. And then I traded out the band. It comes with a nylon band.
Yeah.
And I like the nylon band just as much as I like the silicone.
So the cool thing about nylon bands, those are called NATO straps, is you can go to there's a ton of companies. They make a million different colors, but I like Crown and Buckle are the kind of NATO straps I buy.
Yep.
And it's really fun because they're like, a good one is like $15 and you can buy them in a million colors and switch it up and mix it up, and it makes it kind of fun.
I like this one because the loopies are sewn in so they don't migrate.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. And I like the fact that it's starting to kind of shape to my wrist.
Yeah.
But this watch is awesome because it doesn't weigh a lot. It's basically like an FRN material.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I like how deep the face is compared to the top of the bezel. So it sits down deep, but it glows really cool. And then it's got this really cool iridescent look to it.
Yeah, that is cool how it's got the circular shine to it.
Yeah. So it looks really great. People notice it. I get comments on it a lot. Like I'll be at the store and people go, "Oh, wow." So
that was a good, you got that on, was that a Black Friday thing?
This was a Black Friday purchase.
That's right.
Yeah, kind of do, Dan.
Yeah.
Why don't you join us too, and then you can talk to Seth.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Man, Seth, I'm sorry. He's running around his apartment trying to clean knives, make them pretty, and I want to hang up. I'm a jerk.
I mean, honestly, if someone invited me to just hop on, like it takes me 15 minutes to get ready to do this, and I wouldn't just want to hop on unprepared. Yeah.
Hold on, Seth. I'll email you the link.
I'll send Dan the link in Messenger.
Greg, the brand is Armor Light, ARMOUR, Armor Light, but they have a series called ISO Bright, and it's basically an American distributor of Luminox watches. Got very, very angry at Luminox for making bad watches, and he decided to eat their lunch. So he created a line called ISO Bright, which are essentially like a Luminox. Now I like Luminox watches a lot. I have 3, and they're really cool looking, and they're functional, and they're really nice. But he is trying to corner the market on killing them. So he created his own line. So it's known as an ISO Bright. They come in a couple different colors.
Give him a chance to set up.
Seth, you're live. What's happening?
Hey, what's up, guys?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Good.
Good. Good to see you guys.
Merry Christmas to you.
So let me see if Merry Christmas to you guys as well. Absolutely.
I don't.
See if I can flip my camera around here. Hold on. I don't know if I can flip my camera.
I don't know if perhaps you celebrate Hanukkah or if you celebrate Christmas. I don't know your religion, but happy holidays, I should say.
I do Hanukkah, but I'm secular, so whatever. I'm going to celebrate Hanukkah tomorrow night with my parents.
You're just down for the holiday season.
That's it, man. Hanukkah works everything. So here's what I want to show you. So I was trying to flip my camera, but so these are all Biblios, different sizes. This is the first one I got. That's the original, just black G10. Then obviously I've tricked out a couple of them, made a Riddler one. Purple, I took my tie and anoded purple. The green micarta, which is awesome. Then they came in natural micarta, so I got a one in school colors. I bronzed the hardware and did like a maroon on it. I did a blue one, a blueberry one. This is the natural micarta one that actually has a. See if I can find it. It's got the SSU number on it. It's 1676. It did a little bit of number run on these.
Yeah.
For SSU, and then this one's probably one of my favorite ones. This is the bronze. It is heavy as anything, but it's got the bronze handle and everything like that. The only other one they did with bronze was the GM3, the GMP3 has a bronze handle also.
Tom, SSU stands for Shank Sharpeners Union. That's the club for the giant mouse knives.
Oh, okay.
And then here's the grand that you guys have, right? So you got the regular grand here, right? And then that was based on these two, which are the giant mouse exclusives. So you have this is the GMP5, that's the pirate model. They made 100 of these. And then I took my regular GM5 and I jokerized it.
Wow.
I had Ben over at EDC Gearhouse do that for me.
So Tom, that's a titanium version of the one you're holding, the Grand.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Those are very coveted.
Yeah. So there's 300 of these and 100 of these, and they all have a number on the inside.
Yeah.
Why did they just make more of them if they knew they were going to sell out, though?
Right. So the way GM works is they do like their ace line, which is the ones they always make up, and they'll make more of. So you get more grands and things like that to come out the Riv. But then their limited line, which they release every so often, is it's like maybe once every few years. Usually once a year, and then they sort of got involved in a bunch of other knife making stuff. But the newest one's going to be the GM7, I think. And I've only seen like hints of it because they always do these teasers. Looks pretty sweet. The GM6 was a little small for me. I had one, but I sold it because it wasn't my thing. And then of course there's the which is basically a biblio, but it's got the frame lock on it. A bunch of you guys got these already. I got the brown one because that was kind of cool. So they have the Ace line that they always redo, and then the GM line, which is like the original one. And when I started collecting 2 years ago, you could still find the GM line online. Like I got a GMP, I got a GM4 right off the website. My original 5 came off the website because they were still in stock. Now, like they'll drop, and within 3 minutes, they're all gone. Yes, there's
That's
my
a GM5.
Seth was nice enough to sell me his GM2.
Oh, okay.
This is a Bowie blade carbon fiber.
Yeah, Jason liked the Bowie blade enough, and I was like, well, I asked for the GM love, so
I love it.
Sent
it's
it
awesome
off to
Ohio. So Seth, we have a visitor joining us from Christmas Day. He's coming
from
the future.
Hey, what's up, Dan? Merry Christmas, brother.
Seth, thank you very much. I have got like a ton of stuff here from you. Look at this.
Oh, good.
My really cool Batman socks.
No more Batman, only Spider-Man. That's awesome.
Hang on.
He claims he can't get Spider-Man socks in Australia, so he might have the only ones available.
There you go. For someone that says they're Spider-Man,
it's not very agile for Spider-Man.
I don't see a scaling a building anytime soon.
No.
That's it. Yeah, I got 3 pairs. They will all be good. So now you have no excuses. Those are awesome.
This thing
Dan's
is amazing.
Just hanging out in his 14-car garage.
Yeah.
Hang on,
Tom, check out the mini Fulcrum.
I really wish I would have had a mini instead of a full-size one.
The mini's so good.
The mini's great. So the drop was happening, and I grabbed myself one, a clipless one. But then I was talking to Joseph about it, and I saw one with a red clip, and so he hooked me up. I was like, all right, boom, we're gonna get that. Nice. So I actually have 25, and that one's 26. And then
this is number 26.
Yeah, which is the same, ironically, the same number as your Synapse, which was awesome because they match. That's always a good thing.
I can't believe you did that. You hit it right on the head.
I can't believe it.
Right?
How the hell did you organize 26? Was it on purpose, or was it just a pure?
Honestly, I didn't know you had a Synapse coming at that. It's just dumb luck, but it worked out, so I'm happy.
Hey, Dan.
Dumb luck ever.
Yeah.
Dan, I have red and blue G10 scales for that Synapse. That will match your clip.
Oh, heck yeah.
You could put one on each side. You could
put one on each side. Yeah.
Spidey Synapse, baby. That's awesome.
I'm very tempted to use this. Seth, this is amazing, and look what else he gave me.
Yeah, Freedom Hanks was dropping that at the same time. I was like, oh, I gotta get one of those too. So I picked one up. Did a whole Spidey pack.
Do you know what? I had a massive mail call from Jason, and I got more excited about the Spider-Man socks and this little fulcrum than I actually got knives as well.
Well, that says a lot. That says a lot.
I haven't even opened them yet. Yeah. Hang on. I can't get the hang of this camera thing.
There's some good knives in there too.
Nice.
Yeah, apparently.
That one in the middle, I think I read that. I don't know if I read correctly.
He's got a Rec PM2. He's got a.
Yes, he did.
He's got a.
Hang on, see, it's fresh.
Yep.
It's not even opened yet because I'm just giggling like a schoolgirl. With regards to the gifts from everybody else. I've got a Scorpion.
Nice.
Teal
native.
Nope. Teal. Your favorite knife, the Delica.
Oh, the Delica.
Oh, nice.
Yep. But I actually won your favorite Cobra the other day too for $10 or $30. This is the Scorpion. Hang on, all right.
Very nice.
Yep.
It's not a very good camera.
Vibranium. You gotta love vibranium.
This one will be a user, unless I cut myself. And then I've got.
Thank you, Jeff. Good night.
Oh, look at.
Thanks, Jeff.
Take care, Jeff. Thank you.
So keep that amongst us. Hit him up if you have questions. Jeff's your guy. Shoot him an email.
Hey, Dan.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Do you know what this means? Do you know what this means, though? You've got a set of red and a set of blue. That means, and I've got a Gen 1 synapse. That means I'm going to have to source a second Gen 1 synapse so that I can have a blue and red, and then a red and blue.
I agree. You need a red and blue, blue, red.
I don't know if he
Absolutely.
did. I don't know if he's doing those for the Gen 2, though. I don't know if he's doing.
He said he's going to do more scales for the Gen 2
separately,
but the Gen 2 and Gen 1 scales are not interchangeable.
No, I wonder if he's going to do G10 again, or if all of the stuff he's going to come out with is like marbled carbon fiber or something like that. So I would just do it now, Dan.
Oh, buy one. Man, I've just got
a lot of
shit
packages
on my bench. I've got shit everywhere. I've got, look at this coin. I received this before some guys from the US. Look at how the hell did this get to me before?
Yeah, mine's still the mail. Ohio to New York, mine's still the mail. But I have a Nirvana coming. It's a legit Nirvana, and it's been in the mail like 2 weeks. I'm really upset. That's awesome, man. That's so cool.
The color is absolutely bang on.
So that was the other thing. So I was talking. So that's where me and Jason started collaborating. We were talking about like colors and like which Spider-Man theme to go with, and we decided to go with the obviously the classic one. So that's why I sent it down to Texas, and he took a look at it and was like, "All right, how am I going to do this?" And I was like, "Well, we want to go blue on the because it was all gray originally." So. There's Spider-Man.
So to be clear, for those who are watching who feel upset that their coins may not have come yet, one, I'm sorry. Two, Dan's were placed in a priority global box, right? So what that really just means is that the box had to get to Chicago, and then from there it caught a plane to Sydney. And that's probably a shorter route than going to New Jersey, to be honest. And
well, I'm sure mine went to Detroit and then went to Buffalo and then went to Manhattan and then went back up to Buffalo.
What I don't understand at all is Stephen Thompson's, who lives 8 miles from me. His took 22 days. That's the craziest one. He's 8 miles away. It shouldn't have been that hard. They didn't even have to go downtown. It's just like a post office to post office transaction. It would have been easy, but oh well.
Oh, so Steven got his. So we have ones for the ones I have. I don't need to. We can use for something special.
Yeah. Hey, do you guys think we should give Eric Lesser a coin? We should give Eric a coin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got his name on it.
Maybe some flight tags, maybe some stickers.
It has his name on it.
It's got his name on it. Look at it. The back of it.
It says Eric.
It says Eric.
Yeah, we should probably give one to Sal then.
I was about to say,
that's so sweet.
We appreciate you, Sal, but not enough to send you a coin.
Yeah, Kevin, I know you're not complaining. I was just saying. Yeah.
I will say, if you guys didn't know this, though, Eric Lesser on his bag last we saw had a club patch on it.
Yep, his Spyderco bag has a club patch. We sent him awesome. We sent him a founder and a golden and a club patch. Yeah, he has it on his bag. So
very cool.
I guess he's not afraid of the 1%ers.
He fires a knife on him at all times. So
yeah, I'm sure he has an arrangement with him.
I so wish there was a way I could see who's watching right now.
I have a funny coin story. I was showing one to my dad, and he was really interested in it. My dad collects coins. He thought it was kind of cool that we had done that. And he was really interested. He kept turning it over in his hand and he goes, "Oh, it has a number on it." He goes, "You should keep number 007. That's James Bond." And, to us, James Bond is a big deal. But to my dad, who's 67, James Bond was a massive deal, right? Because there were the books and then there were the movies, and that was a huge deal, going to see a new James Bond movie. So I gave him 007. So if anyone's looking for that one, you're going to have to go find Dad. So too bad. It's all gone.
That's good. That's a good one. What you got there, Dan?
I've got a little Wayne Goddard Jr. Well, maybe it's not a junior in my Carter. This thing, can you imagine this little? I'll try not to swear. Can you imagine this thing in modern day materials? Let's say a Sprint or an exclusive.
There's the thing I have
Very
about
nice.
some of the older models is I totally love the designs on some of them, and it'd be cool to reintroduce it. But I would be concerned that they wouldn't change things like the fact that's an old tip down knife kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm worried about the
Need it.
anti-clip and things like that. They'd have to rework it and make it a different version,
Exactly.
and that would
Like
probably
they
be
did.
hard.
They did it with the JD Smith Forest Green Sprint run. That was a very nice one, and for those who end up getting one and checking it out, they really it's a
Hey Dan,
really nice.
you're live
one.
on Facebook, by the way, so this isn't just the four of us.
Oh right, okay. Am I? Oh shit. This is bad. This is bad.
It's not bad. I'm just saying it. You're showing your secret layer to everybody.
You're showing random strangers things that your wife doesn't get to see.
Right.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Tools in the garage? Socket
saying.
wrenches. What are you talking about? It's
I'm
only
not saying.
socket
I'm just saying.
And
So
I still
we
don't
had
know which
to-
knife I'm going to be gifting
Somewhere
myself for Christmas.
I
I mean,
do.
Santa's going to give me.
I have a K390 man bug
I
that
do too.
own. I just don't possess. I don't know where it is.
Brian, if you want one, hit me up. I don't carry it. I don't know why I have it. I reach for the Poochie more than the man bug. So
I think if you put a little paracord lanyard on it, you would really like it, actually.
no, I don't need paracord lanyards on anything.
You would like it.
No,
You would.
no.
Jeff, you take Jeff's tip on these little knives on my Dragonfly. It's been great, but you take the threads out of the inside of the 55, the paracord, and it makes it really small, and it's nice, and it just feels good in your hand. The whole
Yeah, but you ever seen a dog chase its own tail?
nah.
That's what I would do. I would take the knife and try to cut the lanyard off the back of the knife. I'd be like, why? Why did somebody put fancy shoelace on my knife? I'd be mad.
I mean, it works on the Rhino. I like it on my Rhino, but it's the only one you really have it on. But honestly, like I use my man bug and my McBee, I think, more than anything else.
Dan, send me that. I need that. Snakewood
I think-
McBee.
Oh,
Snake
what?
would
That is
McBee,
awesome.
and no, there's no lanyard on it. But
No.
it's so freaking tiny.
I love that. I
Look
want
at
one
it.
of those.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit small. Look at that.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
a
It's like a
perfect
one-finger
pocket
hold.
knife.
It's a freaking 2 fingers on a just finger. Hang on, where is it?
It's so handy though. You can slice
Yeah.
everything with it. I put my fifth pocket in my jeans all the time.
I don't think I'm sending Scott his. I'm going to keep it.
Yeah.
Brian, it's the best. If you're trying to stay close to $50, that's probably the best option. I'd definitely take it over to Ladybug. It's not bigger, it's taller, which is necessary. So good choice.
One nice thing about the man bug is it's a little bit thicker. So it does make it nicer to hold.
Yeah.
Yeah, the McBee will flick. You just get your thumb in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can flick my Pochi. Like,
Yeah.
it's not hard at all, actually.
The cool thing with the McBee too, though, is like Jonathan is a really cool guy. Like I talk to him on Instagram all the time. Really,
It really helps when
friendly.
these guys are awesome guys. When they're jerks,
Yeah.
they're just like, I don't want to own your knife anymore.
Yeah.
Tom and I ran in one of those. We ran into a small builder that we're not going to name, and we both came at him with open wallets, going, "We want to kind of sign up." And Tom got stonewalled. They were like, "It seems like we're the wrong fit for you, so you're gonna have to buy from somebody else." And he was standing there with his credit card out.
What?
I was like, can we hurry this stupid process up? Like, that was why he just cut me off. And I'm like, you take forever to reply to me on Instagram because you spend 10 minutes typing something. I'm just trying to like keep this going. And then he didn't respond to me for 3 days. And he came back. It's like, I've been really thinking about your build, that we'd finally figured out what I wanted after a couple simple questions. He said, we're not the builder for you. And then he ghosted me. I responded and he ghosted me and left me on red.
Wow. That's
I feel
crazy.
so rejected.
Who does that? That's
Someone,
crazy.
I mean, it's fine. I'm not upset about it.
Yeah,
But
I
it
mean,
was weird.
you don't have to buy their knives now, but still, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What's that, Dan?
You like that, Dan? Is it okay?
It's okay. It's an okay knife.
You're lucky you didn't use it on the
it's
ham.
got
You
this
would have
little-
taken your finger off.
Oh, the Koenig?
Yeah, I was carving with a really nice. I just sharpened the knife as well because I had a friggin' huge ham to cut. Tomorrow I'm getting a double size one. This thing has got a flipper tab. It works really well.
Those things
Thumbing
fly open.
Thumbing it is just crap. Thumbing it is just crap. Like middle finger, that's pretty crap too. It's got a flipper for a reason. You do the damn thing. Why would you grind it off? Because it's just, look at that. It's a freaking.
It's
like a freaking runway hole.
All the 3 high-end knives I have are 3 of debatably the best flippers you can buy, and the Koenig is one of them. Like, it flips. You couldn't describe a way to make it better except for putting skiff bearings or whatever people do, but it flips amazing.
Well, it was funny because Bill even went on and he's like, please don't do that because it avoids the warranty.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's like, it drops shut fine. And Bill's a nice guy. And actually, it's funny because at New York Knife Show, Bill was actually talking to Skiffs because they all had tables there. But Skiffs are a great family. I love the Skiffs. Real nice family from upstate New York. But Bill was saying, he's like, don't, because it actually builds, the original bearings build the track. And then when you switch out the bearings, the new bearings, the balls might not run on the same track. So even though you don't realize it, it's actually messing up your knife on the inside. So, but it is one of the best flippers, I think, that you can buy right out of the box.
Dan, the way to get that to flip, Dan, is take your finger like this.
He doesn't seem to be having any trouble with it, Tom.
He was a second ago.
Oh, because I was just trying not to cut my other freaking 10 fingers.
Yeah, no, that when you showed me that, because you got yours before me, I didn't believe you when you said how hard it was to flip. It's a really hard to flip knife, like just naturally do it without thinking. That one's fine.
This one actually is slow for me.
It is slow. It's a slow knife.
It's a really
it's slow, and this one here, funnily enough, this is the I think. No, this is the Meta.
Yeah.
Can I go back to something real quick?
Steel one, all titanium.
Earlier we were talking about like fun flicky smock. I wish we could do a pass around that included this from Blades We Love. This PM2 Ultra with the smock button.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is really fun. If you guys, if you thought about it and you're not sure, this might be the most dialed in PM2 I've got, and it came out of the box that way. Those guys at Blades We Love know how to do a knife.
Do you reckon I should get a righty done, Steve? In a funky steel, so a righty ultra, not a lefty one.
Did you go with the white stuff?
I don't know if they make left-handed ultras or not.
You wouldn't want it right-handed because then the button would be on the wrong side. For you righties, the button's under your thumb.
Yeah,
just like.
But you don't get the choice. You don't get a choice of steel.
Get S30V for a VG10 guy. That's like paradise.
Haha.
That's true.
Whatever you reckon, mate. You know
Watch this.
You
can just squeeze it and flick it.
Oh well, yeah.
So you hold the button.
Flick fail.
Yeah.
You guys think that
You have a Decepticon there, Dan?
Not.
Where's your Decepticon?
Yeah, would you like to see my other CKFs? This is stupid cameras.
Hey, Kevin, you wanted to buy an Australian knife. This is the one you're going to want. This is a marbled carbon fiber Damascus Alistair Phillips with Damascus
red back.
Red back, excuse me.
Yeah, I just want to get one of his customers. That'd be awesome. That's so cool.
Contact Alistair. He's really, really nice. Easy to talk to, Alistair.
He's in the group. You guys can message him.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And this is really, really smooth. I have not played with this much. He wants me to use it. There might be another one coming my way, maybe. You want to see the Decepticon, was it? Did you say?
Yeah.
Decepticon. It's hard to do this with one hand.
I just tagged Alistair.
Get rid of the Koenig.
So speaking of smocks, I got this is the SK45.
I saw that. You posted it up.
Yeah. Got this from Kevin, and I got a the 23 is coming, and I just ordered a 75. Again, Kevin and Tracy, really nice people. So.
Okay, Decepticon and the Autobot. There we go. Hee.
That knife it's so weird looking, but I love it. I love the fact that the metal has different finishes. I didn't know there was an Autobot.
No, there isn't. I was just
oh.
you change. Titanium, zirconium, and Damascus. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
This knife is just.
Tom, look at that.
It's almost like a fantasy knife.
No. It's not almost a fantasy knife. That is a fantasy knife made by a super high-end knife maker. It's like the world's fanciest fantasy knife.
It's ridiculously. It's a large knife.
What's the Italian motorcycle company? The really smoking hot one?
Ducati. Yeah, Ducati. It's like Ducati made a knife.
Almost. It's more outrageous than any of their designs. And then you compare that to the FFIB 20, which is just ridiculous.
I've heard good things about that. You got one of those, don't you?
I'll get one next time they come back.
The materials on this,
I don't know why I didn't buy one. They're
neither do I. I could have sold it if I didn't like it, but I should have.
Titanium, carbon fiber, G10 zirconium, Damascus, and it is a front flipper. And in many ways, Joseph's synapse reminds me a lot of it, of this knife. I actually need to do a little side by side. I probably will later on. Whoops. Don't have many.
Oh, the blade chip and everything?
Yeah. Well, that's why I didn't buy it. It's front flipper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might sell. I was thinking about that. Since I'm being honest with my collection and stuff, the knife drop that I got in on that was a non-Spyderco one that was the craziest, and I actually got was the Shamwari production run.
Oh, nice.
That crashed the website 3 times and got rescheduled, and then accidentally went live. And Brian Bird got a hold of me and told me the secret of checking out, because it wasn't supposed to be. You got to get on a PC and do this, and then hit enter in this box, and it will check out.
Wow.
The buildup. This was sad. My wife said when I was laying my fat ass on the couch, when I heard that it was in stock, she's never seen me move faster. She wasn't joking. She was like,
What about the time you chased your pants down the hill?
Yeah.
Faster than that?
I was running faster. That was falling faster.
falling down the hill, gravity helps.
Yeah.
Off the couch, you gotta do it yourself.
But so that knife, like the excitement and build up of like, oh my God, this is like a production version of whatever. And then I got it and I'm like, I can't figure out a front flipper comfortably. Like, if I can't play with a knife for more than like an hour flipping it and without my fingers being all torn up, I just can't. I can't. So I might be selling mine.
That's why you
I
have
think-
tough.
This one is like the only front flipper that I enjoy. Oops, where is it?
What's that?
Is it Olamic,
Oh, yeah.
the whippersnapper?
Olamic makes nice stuff. They're
Just
overlooked a lot.
really nice, and it just I'm not a top. Like, it's like almost like a top flipper. Like that's
Yeah.
but it just fires flawlessly every single time. Very
Jake Wright
quick.
sent me his Wayfarer to check out, and it was very well made. It was a really nice knife, and I like their order checkout process where you can kind of pick the features you want, and then they build you your knife. It's very, it's like going to Men's Warehouse and buying a suit.
And he's also a really approachable maker, really nice. He'll email back and forth to you. So, and of course,
Dan, what's something exotic and unusual you can show us?
Yeah. What do you want to see?
I don't know.
How about this? How about you show us
It's good looking, Seth.
the most Christmas knife that you own? Without even
Oh,
what knife reminds you of Christmas the most?
this is
would have to be that Saint
number
Nick's.
one.
That's probably why I carried one today, because it's red and it's Saint Nick's, aka Santa.
What about your very favorite Copa?
AKA Satan.
Yeah, Satan. My favorite Copa was probably one of the ones that I use, and it's the abalone and
Already,
white pearl.
Jason can pull it out.
No, not that one. Jason's favorite one is the most disgusting one ever. And this is the
Nice.
one that I may be gifting to myself tomorrow.
My favorite Copa because it's the only one I own.
Well, that would make it the best Copa you have.
Didn't you try to sell out there, Day?
Okay,
Maybe.
you showed.
I regret selling mine. That was such a good knife.
That's cool.
It's a
I
backlock,
couldn't believe
so
it.
you know people have problems working backlocks. I don't seem to have an issue, and I've probably put 100 scratches on it just then because I've not actually handled the bolster before. But man, this thing is just magic.
Yeah, those are gorgeous.
It's very nice.
The bolstering obviously makes it slightly different to this is my I'm doing a knife audit, so these are my users, some without boxes, some with boxes, some that I've lost or got stolen, and I'm going to try and find that one for you. Lost it. That's not good. I keep on losing knives. I probably should stop losing them.
That's a good idea.
Where is it? You guys see it? Where's my carbon fiber Cali? Oh, hang on.
Oh, nice. I
There
got
it
a
is.
Cali. My Cali's super blue.
Oh, there you go. So this is the one that that I've been carrying for 6 years, and it is magic. Oh, look at this Sharpie Mascus.
What is on them?
It's wearing off.
That's called
Compare that
Dan
to-
Master.
Yeah.
Dan Vasquez.
So compare that.
Yeah.
Compare that to that. I got the camera point. Can you see the whole knife?
I'm not crazy about the flatness of the scales on the carbon fiber, the full carbon fiber. They're very, very flat. And I found the chamfering to be really inconsistent. So the one I had to kind of fix the bevel. It's like it wasn't uniform all the way around the scale, the one that I had.
Yeah, you might have had a seconds
I might have.
or just a crap one. Mine is perfect, but you know what? I use mine all the time. I scratch it up. I'd give 0. So I don't care. I gotta watch what I say with these things.
Zero
Those
Fs.
are very beautiful knives. They're very, very classy looking.
The Damascus on
And
this
now
is a
the
bit
two-
gaudy, you know. But you know what? Maybe once I start using it, I also won't give an F. Somebody mentioned something about using SD knives, and I did mention once or twice that the first Persian, the large Persian that I got, was actually gifted to me when I was hunting them down. There you go, Persian.
Oh, I love that
Oh,
one.
accidentally sprinkled on.
Oh, it's on the
concrete.
floor.
Right. There's a massive scratch on
It's
it
highly collectible. Here, let me
because
drop it on the
it was
concrete
too
for you.
nice. Right. It was too nice. So what did I do? When I was taking some photos, and you can see some of the photos on my on some of the pages that I've got. I found a rock next to it, and I scratched it, and I go, well, it's damaged now. I have to use it. And this is one of my most favorite Spydercos ever, and done by Ed. It's just so nice in hand, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful open. It's beautiful closed. Fits the hand really well in front, reverse, all sorts of. This is probably the most uncomfortable grip, but just everything else, it's just beautiful.
I love the blade shape on that one. That's my favorite blade shape for that.
And Tom, we're down to 4. We're down to 9 viewers.
just-
Do we count as 4 of the 9?
Yeah,
I'm one.
Yeah.
it is late, so
Yeah, I gotta go. Kim just got home.
Really smooth as well. Oh, you're in trouble. I better pack away all my crap. Look at
she's
this.
got
I've
home
got
with
everything
groceries for
open.
Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
That's my secret hideout, all hidden. Reloading my reloading bench. Haha, reloading bench.
it's a sweaty cave.
Yep, this is where I hide my gun shit and knife shit. Look at that. Spider-Man socks released from biosecurity.
You never know. You never know when you might need to quarantine a sock.
That's true.
Kevin's definitely up there with the most consistently loyal
Yeah,
person.
yeah. Kevin and Greg are here every night.
Yeah.
And Dan. Well, guys, let's.
What do you reckon? Should I?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Hey, Dan, don't scratch it. Just enjoy it.
Just look
Yeah.
at it. Pretty.
Use it or don't, but don't scratch it. Yeah, do that. Yeah, those are beautiful. I had one for a short time, and I miss it. Well, guys, thanks for
I did the same thing. I
watching.
sold it.
Those of you out there who are still watching, thank you. For those of you who
Yes.
tuned in earlier, thank you.
And thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
I'm glad you
Yeah.
could join us. Thanks for the tour of the Biblios. I like your collection.
Yeah.
They're
Thank you.
really cool.
Thank you, Seth. Thank you very much.
If anybody-
Anytime, brother.
If anybody
I posted
joined
that
late,
on Instagram earlier, and Seth commented within 1 minute of me posting that Jade one that he was getting it. I'm like, okay, I'm sold.
I'm
I'm
rethinking
excited
my
for that one.
earlier.
That's sweet.
I'm rethinking my earlier no right now. Cutlery Shop, by the way, guys, has a discount code. It's a coupon. It's Club 10. Minimum purchase is $100. It expires on the 31st. This
Sweet.
is only going to work if we stay cool. So don't put it on Reddit. Don't put it on Insta. Keep it in the club. All right.
And in fact, you know how we know is use that code, but also put a note in the comment section like, hey, Jeff, I have a plane, so I need some flight tags. So hook me up.
That's right.
Nice.
I'd like a flight tag.
Flight
Yeah,
tag.
I got my collection,
Sounds
man.
great.
I'm growing it. Growing my collection.
Yep. Well, thanks for
All right,
watching,
guys.
everybody. Thanks
Have
for
a
being
good
a part
night.
of it. We'll talk to you guys later. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Dan.
Merry
Merry
Christmas, guys.
See you guys.
Merry Christmas.
Take
Happy
care,
Easter.
Jay.
Bye, everybody. Happy